Ladies and gentlemen, and our Watcw faithful all across the world, welcome in and welcome aboard, and it's so glad to have you for the first ever Watcw War Games here in chilly Toronto tonight, and we are hitting the ground running. We're not wasting any time, not a fraction of a second, because there is so much action on the board here tonight. We got Mike Rome explaining the rules because we will be starting with one of our two War Games matches right off the bat. A match that I think is potentially the most important match in Watcw history, because it will see my team, Team OFB, go head-to-head with a nefarious rebellion that's emerged known simply as the Sword, this band of cowards. But I have such esteemed fellow commentators here right off the bat. I'm so blessed and lucky to have them, because I have the captain of the Cenobites, FeaturedFilms, and for the first time ever, the captain of the Righteous Cowboys, Mr. Connor Breedlove. Welcome aboard, gents.
How's it going?
It's so great to have you. I'm so pleased. Connor, I'm going to ask you to just babble a bit so I can do a quick audio check and make sure everybody can hear you. Let's see. Oh, now it froze. I can't hear anything. Let's see. I think we cannot hear you.
Yeah, I cannot hear you.
I think we can.
Yeah. I just turned up my stream and I could not hear you.
Okay, we got to verify two times. Two times cannot hear Connor. We're gonna get it figured out real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna guide you through it. So check it out. I think the stream might even play while I do this in the background still, as the sword comes out. All right. So if you hit the PlayStation button in the middle of your controller, and you get this little bar that comes up, and you'll see Game Base. It's the one after your notifications. All right, hit Game Base. And then in this screen, you're going to hit the Options button on your controller, which is 3 lines on the right. And then it's going to say Go to Game Base, which you thought you were already there. You're going to hit that, and now you're going to go to Game Base. Okay, now the stream is taking a break. Don't worry, folks. We're almost there. And then all the way to the right of the screen, you're going to see Game Base Settings. You're going to hit that. All right, and then let's see, voice chat settings. There's a thing for share your voice. You want to hit allow. It's tricky. I bet the setting you found earlier was the one to share your voice on your own streams, but now
that would be it.
Okay, now
snap. Connor got a PS5.
Now hold on. Got to go back and make sure we can hear him now. So now keep babbling again.
Can you hear me?
Let's see. We got you.
We got it.
Connie on ice. We got him.
Connie got a PS5. Oh no.
Connie got a PS5. Captain of the Real Wrestlers, Matt Thomas, has just joined us on commentary. It's a full booth real early here, as I see a massive member of the Sword is set to start us off against Liv Morgan. And I'm also going to tell you this right now for everybody involved. Apologies in advance, because this is not the order that I put my team to start at. Liv Morgan was supposed to be last and not first, and that makes me think everybody's order is going to be messed up when it gets to the other War Games match. Maybe not. Maybe not, but when you do these matches in exhibition and choose the order, it goes from right to left, and that's the order, which is what I did. But it seems like tonight it might be going left to right, which is the opposite of what it was supposed to be. So fun to be here tonight playing 2K25 once again, as Liv Morgan, who I understood wanted to go last tonight. She did not want to even be in this match. She was so hesitant and afraid. Now, through a terrible twist of fate, has entered first against this massive member of the Sword. Good grief, the size discrepancy here is unbelievable, folks. Thank you so much for joining tonight. I said it earlier. I'm sorry we had to do a little tech issues there during the entrance of the Sword, if he even had an entrance. He doesn't work here. He shouldn't have one, but I said earlier, this is, to me, maybe the most important match of Season 2 thus far. I was having a terrific birthday bash. Everything going just as I needed it to, especially in the main event Final Boss Invitational. It's totally going in reverse order. It's fantastic. As Wendy Ferguson enters the match. And
now,
then
are the sword members also in reverse?
Yeah. It's going in the opposite direction it was supposed to when I programmed this. So, hey, there's a little surprise sabotage for everyone, including myself. It's going in the opposite order. Hey, at least it's going to go in the opposite order for both of you, seemingly. So I guess it's an equally fair.
Well, watch it go in the correct order for us.
Hey, if it goes in the correct order for somebody, that'll be something to see.
I'm just saying. Just noticing how this game treats you.
Oh, good lord!
Yeah,
the Sword just having their way out there.
We're only a couple minutes in, and I've already seen a couple interesting details. That's for sure.
Hey, Connor.
Yeah.
Did you see that they added Itchy and Scratchy to Fortnite?
I did not see that.
Is that of interest to you?
It's some interest to me.
Simpsons on the way out soon, and they're going to switch to all the IP.
We don't know. We don't know. It looks like Ready Player One, but it does look like we're getting Kill Bill skins in the DeLorean, so that's going to be dope.
IP-a-Palooza. And here comes another member of the Sword. It does look like TMOFB has the slight advantage of War Games here tonight, which, not orchestrated by me. I'm playing by the rules just as well as anybody, but both Liv and Wendy Ferguson got in there to double-team that member of the Sword for a moment, but somebody else, another member of that faction, this supposed faction, is on their way in, another masked coward, bringing in a couple weapons before they enter the ring, sledgehammer and kendo stick, as Wendy Ferguson serves up a big foot to the jaw of that member of the Sword. This is going to get evened out here. You know, and I here's the thing with the Sword too, right? Like I said, oh my god, what a huge boot. I had said at Birthday Bash that if anybody had managed to defeat me in my gauntlet match, I would have been happy to reward them with a championship match of their choosing. That was the idea. And if Kai Lang had beat me or Damsel Harris, I just said they would have been booked for that tonight. But instead you got whoever these people are who don't work here.
Liv Morgan with the chair. That was beautiful.
Liv Morgan really showing up tonight. She was not supposed to be out first. She was supposed to be out last. You know, I brought Liv in to protect my investment in Cody House. She's done a great job at that thus far, but I said now it's time to truly earn your spot in WCW by defending WCW from the front lines. And now speak of him, by the way. Here does, in fact, come the man of the house, that being Cody House. And he's grabbing a table before he gets into the War Games cages tonight to now bring it to a 3-2 advantage as Liv Morgan's going up for a choke slam. Jesus. And Wendy's got Percolator on the Sword. Unbelievable. I don't even know how many members. Oh my god, Oblivion, it's getting wild in there. I don't know how many members are even supposedly a part of this group. I don't know if it's just 4. I don't know if it's 10 and they narrowed it down to 4. But they don't work here. I don't know who these people are. I don't know their names. I don't know their faces. So I can't possibly reward a title match to any of these people. I mean, I can't sign their paychecks. I can't pay for their health insurance. They'll work here. So, and it's true, I do pay for everybody's health insurance at WCW. We're very based. Wendy's going up top. What's she thinking for that member of the Sword below off the corner? Big missile. Drop kick. Wendy Ferguson, I was so happy to add to our team. She's a 2-0 undefeated rookie free agent. I knew when I saw her in the main event of Waffle Mania earlier this year that as soon as her deal was up, I had to get her in WCW. We made that phone call real quick, and I was real pumped to bring her to WCW. She knows a thing or two about gauntlet matches, having successfully won one back at Waffle Mania. And now she's on the front lines. I knew nobody appreciates their spot in WCW more than Wendy Ferguson. And so I knew she would fight hard to keep out these lowly invaders. Another member of the Sword in there now. You've got Motu Ita, that's who I had wanted to start the match. I thought that would be strategically wise to have the big man in there first. But he's patiently waiting in the cage, as does the final member of the Sword over on the right. I'm going to take a sip of this nice little beverage I made for myself.
What'd you make over there?
Oh, man. Oh, my God, Cantonian Destroyer on the Sword. I think landed on the chair. That was insane. Well, I came up with this concoction while I was watching Full Gear the other night. I'm not saying I'm the first to have ever had it, but I was enjoying it. Wow, Cody Breaker on the Sword! Well, we start off with a little lime juice, and you put a little bourbon in there.
Okay.
Top it off with some Coke Zero.
Interesting.
And then go ahead and plop 2 cherries in there for good measure, as well as some ice. It is drinkable. It is delicious. It does things to you. And I had 4 of them while watching Full Gear the other night, and it was really good.
Hell yeah.
Taylor, I gotta ask, you just picked up the butterscotch beer for all ages for the family at work?
No butterscotch beer here, but we do have some holiday ale. First case of the season. And I had one of those last night as well. It's this. No, not everybody's in yet. There's one member of the Sword left, and when that member enters the match, this will officially start. All of this you're watching here, these are the games. Just violence, finishing maneuvers, weapons, complete chaos, but the match does not actually start until all 8 people are in the ring. And then the first to score, pinfall or submission, wins the entire match for their team. Liv is getting punished with that chair.
Absolutely demolished with the chair. You hate to see it. You know, something has to be said about the state of the league where a bunch of masked men can just come in and just wreak havoc.
I'm right there with you, brother. I was trying to put on a beautiful birthday show that the WCW faithful got to book themselves. Everybody could win. And then these awful villains, these invaders, the supposed rebellion, sneaks through the parking lot, through backstage, attacked Waddy the Walrus, by the way, who is here tonight. He's not dead, contrary to popular belief. And then interrupts and ruins my birthday main event, kicks me in the head, and embarrasses me in front of everybody. Now, a lesser man would say, don't let those people ever come back here again. Don't ever. Right? Let's beef up security. I said no. You want to... There we go. The bell's rung. You want to come for me? You want to come for the OFB? This time I'll be ready for you. Big Cody Breaker! And I, you know what? I can tell the difference right now because I know what it was like to be in the ring with that one. The one that just got in the ring, I'm almost positive that's the one who attacked me at Birthday Bash. I don't know if that makes them the leader. I don't know. But he's about to get a big Cantonian Destroyer middle of the ring. Cover him, Cody. End this before it's ever begun. Vanquish the Sword so we can restore balance to WCW Oblivion. Oblivion on the Sword. Cody and Liv are tearing it up on the left side there. Wow. Motu Ita and Wendy on the right. This is perfect. Somebody just needs to go for the pin. Surely we've worn all 4 of these fuckers down well enough that we can call it a night here. Just somebody go for it. And this is a preview of things to come later tonight, folks. Our main event, the Fantasy Faction War Games. We'll see all 6 of our factions involved in one match.
That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it.
Let's see. Somebody's got to go for the cover. The Sword's getting the advantage on the right side. Ooh, somebody... I don't know who that one went for. Motu completely whiffed it and almost sent themselves through a table. There's quite a size discrepancy over there with the Samoan Nightmare. The right hand of the OFB, Motu Ita. They're losing their advantage. I need them to lock in and focus up. We've got a long night in front of us.
Sword. Let's go Sword.
You know what? I tolerate a lot of nonsense from you, Matt Thomas, but you coming into a call on my stream, days removed from my birthday, to root for a team that's only hurt me and threatened to dismantle this league and this game altogether is out of line. Oh, kick out Wendy! Jesus! I almost missed that. I got to lock in myself. I'm not going to tolerate it. And by the way, if I can share an interesting anecdote, you know, we always give... Holy fuck, what happened on the left side there? Hold on. One of the members of the Sword's going for the pin on Motu. I don't know what happened. It was a big maneuver. Oh my god, Cody just got put through a table! Come on, team. Rally back. Powerbomb on Wendy! Come on, guys. Break that up, Cody.
Quiet.
There we go. Broke it up, Cody. What's quiet?
It's featured, because I saw that he's in the call.
Oh.
Oh, I'm just letting Taylor do his thing. I'm just watching this match.
He's just
Okay,
invested.
We'll set a timer for 1 minute.
Set a timer for 1 minute, thank you. Thanks for bringing us into that experience. Wow, what a springboard clothesline on Liv. It's hard to call the action in a match like this. Samoan Spike, that one's pretty easy. It's hard to focus in and find, you know, the main thing. Here, Motu's getting covered. Gets the shoulder up. It's hard to find, you know, who's in charge. Where's the best place to put your attention to, which is true for the competitors in the match as well, obviously. It is true. Pure mayhem. Wendy's going for a submission over on the right side. Doesn't quite get it. Looks like OFB's got...
Liv looks gassed over there. Oh, she's down.
She is definitionally stunned here. One of the members of the Sword's up top. I think that's the big one. That's the one that attacked me just last week, not even a week ago. Marty, welcome to back here to show me. Prove to me that there's any merit so I can expose you. Holy fuck. Just threw a sledgehammer at Cody. That ain't right. You don't do that. God. Yeah. You just don't throw a sledgehammer.
That's terrible.
Liv Morgan's got a stop sign. It is indeed time to stop. What a jackknife powerbomb to Motu Ita. Come on, Liv, break that up. Break that up, Liv. Where are you? Percolator to the Sword. Come on, Wendy. Send it home. Send it home for me, Wendy. You did it.
There we go.
Kicked out. Sword kicked out. I was going to share an anecdote, and I'll probably get interrupted before I ever finish it. But we like to make fun of Matt a little bit, call him tinfoil, say he's conspiracy brain and all this. Matt reached out to me this week with a theory that he is a member of the Sword. Wait a minute. And if that's true, he just got pinned perhaps by Cody House, because Team OFB has done it.
Love to see it.
It wasn't just, I didn't just say just me.
We've done it.
Let's preface that real quick.
I just don't know how to treat a theory like that. Oh, Cody with the big hug to Liv. I know that meant a lot to him. I just don't know how to treat that. As a confession? I mean, do I need to launch an investigation? Do you have some sort of split personality disorder that you're not even sure whether you're the ringleader of a
paying attention to
insurgent group?
Some of the Sword members and movesets.
Well, I'll be keeping an eye on you later tonight, see how you escort your wrestlers down to the ring, because if it's with a limp, you might be right, because the Sword just got their asses whooped, turned around, and sent out, and that is what happens when you cross the OFB and try to bring down Watcw. Four of our very best on the front lines, fighting for the virtual Premier Wrestling League, and they've done it. Cody House, Motu Ita, Liv Morgan, and Wendy Ferguson have all accomplished something spectacular here tonight, folks. I thank them for their service. I am forever indebted to these four. And to the Sword, I say this. I told you I'd give you a title match if you could beat me, and you did. But I'll give you to the end of the year to show me your face and tell me your name to the one that attacked me at Birthday Bash. If you can do that before the end of the year, I will honor the agreement. If you do not, if you continue to hide like a coward, I will void my special birthday promise, and there will be no championship opportunity for you on the horizon. The ball is now in your court, Sword. You're playing my game, and you exist in my league. You follow my rules, or you can get out. Next match. What a great way to start. I couldn't be happier. No matter what happens for the rest of the night, I'm thrilled.
And honestly, a hell of a stance against cowardly tactics like attacking, the OFB, just in masks. I hate to see it.
Masked people love to attack me.
They really do.
Speaking of masked people who love to attack me, it's time for the first ever WCW sword fight.
That's right.
Here we go. I'm so excited to see this one come together, folks. This was not originally, to be clear, this was not originally a sanctioned sword fight. This was going to be a good old-fashioned wrestling match. But by way of a captain's card played by the Righteous Cowboys Connor Breedlove, this is now indeed a sword fight. Nobody knows what it means, but they can't wait to find out.
I said, why the hell not?
Hank
Bring out
Hill,
the swords.
the
I've
Fiend,
also
sword fight.
Several times this week been dangerously close to ordering a sword off of Amazon.
Oh, what kind of sword?
Just a broadsword, Nothing crazy. I just want a sword.
Just
I feel you. I had to.
You wouldn't go for more of like a katana?
No, I'm thinking more medieval,
You weren't feeling like Mall Ninja?
No.
That's okay. It's probably smart to start with the broadsword. It's like definitionally, it's the broad category item, so it's like a good entry level sword.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't want to overdo it.
What do you do with the sword once you have it? What's the first thing you'll do?
Right, get a watermelon, cut a watermelon.
Yeah, what else could you do, right? That's the answer.
Yeah.
Or like a big slab of pork.
Yeah.
If you need some bamboo, there's some bamboo that grows right outside my apartment building, so I got you.
There we go. I'm just going to cut a bunch of stuff down with the sword.
Why does the Fiend have Peacemaker symbols on his shin guards?
I don't even know what that means.
Did we figure out whose face is on the... Is that my face?
Well, everybody has theories on whose face it is. It was once unquestionably Nacho Libre's face, and it was once definitely my face. But this sort of default face, I guess nobody's really sure. Nick was convinced it was his face, which would make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
What did you say is on his chin?
I said his shin guards.
Oh, shin guard. I think the Celestial Sirens logo is on his shins.
No, because it was like the Peacemaker dove.
Oh, the doves. I didn't know that were associated with Peace. Well, he doesn't have a monopoly on doves.
It was just the same exact dove.
I would say John Woo has the monopoly on doves.
Well said. That's a great dove guy. If you need to pick one, that's one of the best.
One of the best.
This will be our first ever sword fight between the Fiend and Hank Hill. I'm curious, was there any reason you picked this match for sword fight?
Hank really hasn't done much for me since picking him up, and the Fiend is on a tear. So I thought, hey, let's make it interesting. Let me throw some swords in there.
That will make it interesting, and I think that should really spice things up for both of these guys because you aren't wrong. Hank, I feel like, has not made quite an impression this season. He's been here, and we love to see him, but I feel like in terms of wins and losses, hasn't been his season. And even the Fiend, I think you could say a lot of the same. He was just in a triple threat Twitch Championship match at Birthday Bash. It didn't go his way in that steel cage. Oh, wow, boot to Hank there. Wow, he just ran right into that thing. Didn't go his way. Cody Rhodes exited with the Twitch title that day, and as we know, Nick is just so committed to the Fiend. He won't give up on him, but I feel like hasn't perhaps returned on that investment like he thought. So this would be an incredible opportunity for either man to make better on what they've accomplished or not accomplished so far. Wow, Hank just speared the Fiend. That was nuts, Hank. Straight from Arlen.
Tell you what.
Now, the swords are under the ring, so we'll see if anybody goes out to get one.
Okay.
Bless you?
Sorry, I have a cold.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Bless you.
Bless you,
That
buddy.
was me blowing my nose.
That was like blowing into my hanky kind of thing. Do you have like a real good hanky
Also-
over there?
No, that was just a normal tissue. Also, can we talk about the fact that Connor is going to be in a real wrestling match on Friday?
We can. We can also talk about the fact that Hank Hill just got a sword out from under the ring.
Oh, God.
Oh, he's hitting him with the sword.
Oh, that's a hell of a sword, too.
Yeah. Wow. He just
Oof.
parried him.
Oof.
That was
Oh,
incredible.
my God.
That was incredible swordsmanship from Hank
Where's the
Hill.
blood? I want the blood.
There might be blood. It's eventually. It's definitely possible. Hank with a big elbow drop after a great series of slashes. Wow! Kicks out at 2. Those swords must do a lot of damage to have already kept the Fiend down that long. Holy smokes. And Hank's going to look... Oh, no. Oh, I've not been doing my prediction polls. All right, I'll put one up real quick. See if people want to participate.
I was
Sister
about to say,
Abigail.
Don't worry about it until somebody complains about it.
Whoa! Kicked out of Sister Abigail. I'll do a quick one. We're just going to pop this up for 2 minutes because I don't even know how long this match is going to last at this rate. This WCW sword fight. Hank's clothesline gets reversed. Big alarm to the back of the head. It's true. There is a Righteous Cowboy Connor Breedlove doppelganger competing in AIW this Friday. He's called the Cosmic Cowboy.
That's incredible.
Fiend got a sword. Took too long to pose with the amateur mistake.
Didn't even swing.
Oh, and he just got slammed on top of it by Hank. And now Hank is the one wielding the blade. Wow, the aura farming! Oh my god! Holy shit, he just posed with it so good.
That was incredible. Oh.
King of the Hill, he's like King Arthur of the Hill out there, man. That was incredible. He was ready to get knighted. Amazing stuff by Hank, who's really, you were smart to put it here because Hank is quite a swordsman. I never knew that about him. Oh, the Fiend!
The man knows his way around the grill. You could only imagine that he'd know his way around the sword.
The Fiend does whack him with the sword. He finds it there, and he's going for the cover. Is it enough? Hank kicks out at 1! Hank kicks out at 1. And it is, of course, interesting to see who will come out of this one victorious. Oh, big splash in the corner. The Sirens, of course, have infamously struggled to kick up momentum this season. Not quite so true for the Righteous Cowboys, but I think they'd like to see it go their way a lot more than it has so they can start catching some of those higher teams. They've dominated the tag division unchallenged all season. We'll see if that continues tonight against El Regular and the Ultimate Warrior. Hank, wait a minute, puts him up for a huge power bomb from Hank. I'll tell you what.
It's called a propane bomb.
Oh, it probably has been before. I can't keep track of all that, but I'm sure I've called it a lot of things before. The Fiend somehow gets the shoulder up in this sword fight, and the WCW faithful in Toronto are chanting "Fight Forever." This is a WCW show. Don't be confused by all of the WWE branding on the screen. There was an error in Toronto, and they accidentally loaded up the wrong wrestling promotion. Wow! Or alternatively, you're only allowed to do War Games in the Survivor Series arena unedited, so it's not quite as customized as I'd prefer it to be. And Prime is our apparent one-night sponsor. Hank whipped
Hank
that
said,
shit.
Fuck that sword.
Oh, in despair! Hank is crazy today. Hank is crazy. Nick's going to go for the distraction. Oh, no, now he's got him up in a big Texan bear hug. Is the Fiend going to tap out right now? Is the Fiend going to submit in the sword fight? No, maybe not. No, he doesn't. Hank just whips him down. What's it going to take to put the Fiend down for good in this match? Hank's been in charge, but just hasn't been able to send it home. Wow, flying clothesline. This guy's crazy. What a sword fight. This is the best sword fight I've ever seen in WCW.
Honestly, yeah.
Hank is just so large and in charge right now. We got DillyTodds in the chat. Going to be a big night for DillyTodds. Not only is he competing in the Circus Death Match for the People's Championship. Hank just swung on Nick. That was crazy. Get the hell out of here. But the Todderact will finally reunite tonight in a tag match against Sands of Papyrus. Hank just got him with that sword again. He's so
Jesus
gifted.
Christ, Fiend is just getting the shit beat up.
He is so gifted with that sword.
I mean, this is just status quo for the Fiend.
I mean, it's not terribly untrue, unfortunately for the Sirens. He can withstand a lot of punishment, but you can only take so much before you break. And Hank has been dishing it out. Oh, Fiend had something ready for him. Hank countered, but now the Fiend's got Hank in the mandible claw. Is Hank going to tap out?
Oh, there's Nick in the chat.
He doesn't, but will the Fiend be able to cover him after that maneuver? Is it enough? It's not. Hank gets the shoulder up. Nick is trying to manifest the win in the chat. Oh, Sister Abigail on the sword. He landed smack dab on the sword. And I think that's it. What's the Fiend's wasting time? He's going back after him with the blade here. He is going to town with that sword. Like a watermelon.
This is just brutal.
Uh-oh. Hank in the corner. Oh! He was going to go for a little spooky move, but Hank wasn't where he thought he'd be, and now he's been clotheslined. It is so close, folks. I think the next person to go for a pinfall will be the winner. Who can concentrate and make it happen? Nick says he needs a win. He couldn't be more right. Brutal birthday bash for them as Hank puts the Fiend in the Tree of Woe. 4 championship matches, not a title amongst any of them, coming home with the Sirens at Birthday Bash. Wow, another incredible swipe from Hank, who goes for the pin, and I think this has got to be it, right in front of his captain.
You would have to think.
No! Somehow! Some way, the Fiend kicked out.
This is insane.
What a war! Oh, and now another powerbomb for the Fiend, who, like a horror movie villain, keeps taking punishment, continues to get up, but when will he have had enough? Oh, a second sit out! Powerbomb straight from the heart of Texas. Is Hank going to try to finish it there? Oh, he's bouncing off the ropes. Whoa, he was going for the leg drop, but the Fiend dodged it. This is a great match. What a sword fight. And now another mandible claw to Hank in the middle of the ring. Is that going to be enough? And the ref is calling it. The ref is calling it there. Hank has been choked out.
Oh, my God.
He will not be able to continue in the sword fight.
Oh, my God.
And the Fiend is victorious, which means that that sword fight point modifier will go to Nick and the Celestial Sirens ultimately. It worked and their benefit, not the Cowboys. What a shame for Cotter and Hank Hill. How we feeling right now?
Gonna have some words with Hank backstage.
Oh man, I would be worried if I was Hank. We've got a while still before our third and final draft night of the season, but I don't think Hank successfully picked up any wins or points for the Cowboys since he was acquired at draft night number 2. And got to earn your spot around here.
Hank's going to be on the mask next time?
Hank's going to what?
Be on the back of Fiend's head next time?
I don't give a fuck where Hank is, as long as it's not in the fucking ring.
That would be that would be upsetting to see Hank's face on the back of the Fiend's mask. I don't know. You know, we're trying to get away from that kind of content here. You know, that's too upsetting. That's too obscene. Nick, though, very happy in the chat, as he should be. A great way to get things started for the Celestial Sirens with a very needed win in the sword fight. They've got a lot of action coming up throughout the night here. I can only hope that's a tone setter to turn things around after I was saying earlier. A brutal birthday bash. That was tough. But the Fiend pulled it off tonight as he fights his way back to maybe another Twitch Championship opportunity in the future. Next up, what have we got? I actually mean it in earnest when I go, what have we got? Because I can't trust that it hasn't like changed things after I put it in here, evidently. So
Muhlbach's back out there.
Looks like it's what I was expecting, so that's great. That's great news. Yeah, it's another siren fight here. Let me get that poll going. By the way, everybody voted for Hank Hill, so nobody got any points.
Yeah, I hope that Nick brought a tent, because he's going to be out there for a while with all of his matches.
Hey, if anyone, him and Sugar are the two guys who lead them.
It's definitely in my mind when I make these cards. I go, all right, well, hold on. What about Nick and Shug? Where are they at? Because they can't catch up if they aren't wrestling. So where are they at? What have they got? It's a pretty even card tonight. I mean, when you got champions, that's the benefit of it. Not only do they get you more points, but they get you on the card guaranteed for these pay-per-views. And so it's a pretty nice even spread amongst all the factions tonight. Rhea Ripley's out here, elite Rhea Ripley to be sure. Whatever that means, it means people are upset to look at it. They feel uncomfortable. We tried to get him to go with a mascot Rhea Ripley instead, but he's stuck with this thing. Whatever this is, this strange puppet, whatever it's driven by. Is it human? Does it have a heart? Or is it something darker than that? All that matters is what it does when the bell rings. Elite Rhea Ripley, who also, from my perspective, should have accomplished great things in the season so far. I mean, really just speaking of numbers, one of the top competitors in the league and in the game, but just hasn't quite pulled it together in the right order. Had a championship opportunity at Birthday Bash and a fatal 4-way, couldn't bring the title home. And now it's time for the other side of the equation. Suge Knight 323, and you can see that El Diablo de Patas is taking on a bit of a new visual. Because everybody's wearing masks now in the black and green. Charlotte Flair, known around the world as the Queen, but here perhaps the Queen of Darkness as she fights on behalf of the devil. Looks like she has a beard. That makes two of us. Charlotte Flair coming out with a little Lucha Libre flair for the first time in her career. Will it make a difference for her? Maybe it doesn't need to. She was picked up at the second draft night. And while hasn't had a perfect run at it, it's still had a pretty good one. And you got to figure, could be only 1 or 2 wins away from perhaps finding herself in title contention. So this is a big one for both ladies involved. Nick's second match of the night. He's over in the other corner now wearing the purple sweater. Suge's hoping for a big one tonight as well. Of course, he's got a title match. El Grande Americano versus Cody Rhodes for the Twitch Championship. And that might be, if my memory serves correctly, which it may not, but that might be El Diablo de Patas' first title match since WatCon back in August, when Raquel Rodriguez and Becky Lynch went at it in the tournament final for the Women's Championship. Obviously, Becky Lynch won that title and only very recently lost it. I think this is the first time El Diablo de Patas has made it back.
It was stolen. Did not lose.
Of course.
Becky did not lose, but get that right.
Of course, you can interpret it one way or another. Some would argue that she didn't lose anything.
The match that wasn't stolen. That was lost.
That's the scary thing about multi-person matches, triple threats, fatal 4-ways. If you're the champion, anybody loses, you lose. But to this day, even still, no one has defeated Becky Lynch one-on-one in a singles match. And now KaylaMarieTea will get the opportunity later tonight to prove whether she can, or if it was in fact a fluke. And we'll be looking at a 2-time women's champion Becky Lynch. We will see. Time will tell. That will be a last woman standing match, our first of the season. And that's going to make things real interesting. Charlotte whips Rhea to the outside. I've heard some interesting reports as well, by the way. We were talking about War Games in our main event. Featured and Matt, you are both paired with Suge Knight for War Games. How's that?
we developed a strategy, and we thought it was sound, and Shug didn't want to go with it. So we just let him have what he wanted to just get it on the way.
There was trouble in paradise.
Otherwise it was fun.
You made the stipulation that everything had to be unanimous, so we couldn't just override Shug, who doesn't know how to do anything in this league. So,
well,
we got stuck with Shug's strategy of causing himself to lose, so that way Matt can lose. According to him.
He said that to you.
No, he didn't say that. But
or that's how you interpret it.
He was trying to get Matt to lose.
He did not say that at all. Don't put words.
I'll grab a screenshot.
I mean, I don't doubt it. It sounds like him. I would just be surprised he said it so blatantly to you.
He just straight up said he wanted to push El Grande Americano. That is word for word what he said.
That is true. Well, look, he works in very mysterious ways, right? Because he did say very openly he had wanted to screw you over, Matt, weeks ago at Turmoil, but he had done it in a match, but he restarted a match that you yourself had already lost. So it was very, very confusing, his mindset. And then when he restarted it, you won. So it couldn't be further from what actually happened. He works in extraordinarily mysterious ways. And I'll tell you this, too. What I've come to kind of think of Shug as is, I don't know if he's necessarily trying to win.
He's a controlled chaos.
Yeah, it's more so he just wants to make it so nobody else can win.
He's the league troll.
He's Domhnall
Gleeson in Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. I don't care about winning. I just want these people to lose.
Right, he's almost more of a part of the game than a competitor in the game. It's like now if you get rolled that die, you got to figure out a way to deal with El Diablo de Patas, because they're going to make life hell for you on the way to hopefully the winner's circle. So it's very interesting to me. I did just get a text message. Is this going to be what Featured promised? Let's see.
Second from the top.
As long as I can screw over Matt. He did say that.
Was that the group chat? Because he did not say that in the group chat.
Yes, it was.
Looks like the group chat to me. I guess you missed that one. Well, that's the idea of war games, it's not meant to be easy. Hold on, speaking of which...
Send me the screenshot, Featured, because if it was the first one, I didn't get that one didn't save for me.
Charlotte Flair has locked in the perfect figure 8 on Rhea, but does not get her to submit. Seems like this has been a pretty good back-and-forth competitive match. Hooks the leg, and gets it! Charlotte Flair! Brings a big 2 points home to El Diablo de Patas. And to what we were saying earlier, I don't know if Shug cares so much about getting to the 2 points.
He did say that.
As much as he just wants to keep 2 points away from everybody else. But I'll tell you this, that is a huge, huge win for Charlotte Flair tonight. And I know Nick's sad to see it. Every single match counts so much for the Sirens. But Charlotte Flair picks up the win there. And I will tell you again, it's putting her. He did, yeah.
Okay.
Boost on the Undertaker.
That's fine. I didn't see one posted. That's why I was asking.
Charlotte is definitely another match closer to possible title convention. She's had I think she's now 3-1. Pretty terrific record for being so young in the season, and I think we'll see her again, possibly for a championship opportunity. Congratulations to Charlotte. Let's see at the poll. Nobody's on the prediction poll, which means I'm going to do one more after this. If nobody participates, I'm not going to do any more. So get your votes in if you want some extra bonus channel points. That could be the difference between a People's Championship Challenge right there. I tell you what. Congratulations to Charlotte Flair. Big, big win for her. Let's keep it moving tonight. What is next at Watcw War Games? I truly forget. Let's see.
This is taking longer to load than normal.
This game is, I think, starting to fry a little bit. I also, it crashed. I'm so happy to see it hasn't happened yet. I was worried if it would happen in universe mode. But now when I'm just playing like regular exhibition mode, every 2 matches it crashes like clockwork. Every 2 matches the game crashes, which I can deal with over in that mode. But if it, that could be disastrous for us on these streams if it carried over to this mode. So far so good. They've released all the DLCs for this game, which means they're completely done working on it for sure. So nothing at this point forward will ever get fixed.
Now we do have a very interesting match right here with El Grande Americano versus Cody Rhodes.
Tell me why.
Because just any day, it is just very possible that, things could go Suge's way.
Uh-huh.
And we've seen Braun Breaker beat Roman Reigns. Like,
true.
We don't know sometimes. We think we could, be like, oh, this is a superstar. No. El Grande Americano could come out and steal the belt from Cody. Like,
yeah, that is exactly right.
I'm genuinely scared for Matt.
That's maybe even more true than you know, because a couple of weeks ago at Turmoil in Kyoto, El Grande Americano did beat Cody Rhodes. Now, it was a shock upset, and it was via countout, so he cannot resort to the same tactic today. Champion's Advantage says Cody would keep the belt in the event of a countout, so he's going to have to find a way to do it honestly, via pinfall or submission. And I agree. I don't think it feels all that likely, but he's gotten a couple of wins. He's earned his way to this match. I mean, not least of all having beaten the champ before. But it's going to be tough.
I'm truly scared for Matt for the amount of shit I'm going to talk if El Grande Americano wins.
Well, I don't know what it'll...
I worry about Matt, about what I'm going to have to do.
I don't know what it'll look like in a world where El Grande Americano holds one of our championships.
See, this is the match you think Suge would have saved that card.
Oh, the restart?
Right.
Yes, I agree. I definitely would have thought he would have saved it for a match that he was in. Look, he could have saved that for War Games tonight. Can you believe if you guys had that in your pocket?
He wouldn't do that because you want to know why? It would screw me out. If he did, it wouldn't screw me out.
But it didn't even screw you over. He helped you.
Well, he admittedly said he was trying to get Chris to win.
Okay, well, so that makes more sense. That's a different thing than trying to screw you over. That makes a little more sense. Well, I can tell you this. El Grande Americano, by default, has his work cut out for him. The American Nightmare, of course, one of the biggest names in our sport today. Cody Rhodes, not only the Twitch champion, but the subject of a big promo stat boost, which means this Cody Rhodes is really about as good as he's ever going to be. He is facing Cody Prime tonight, which doesn't mean he can't win, but it means it's going to take all of what El Grande Americano is capable of to pull it off against this man, who, by the way, I think it was always a matter of when and not if when it came to Cody winning this championship. Every time he came out, I said, I feel like there's just so much more for him to do here. It's just a matter of time. And as soon as he was given that championship opportunity, as voted on by the people, he was successful in that triple threat cage match at Birthday Bash. But now he goes one-on-one with one of the few who have managed to defeat him, El Grande Americano. What a match. And if you think it's absurd that El Grande Americano's here, I don't disagree, but that means you got to get your people in line here, because he got this match. he was next in line. If that upsets you, you got to look inward. You know what I mean? You got to say, what can I do better to prevent that from happening?
Prevent racists from being in the league.
You'll never prevent that in wrestling, I'm afraid. Tried my best, but you fuckers drafted some weird people.
No, Suge drafted.
You kept them in the league.
Look, yes, I gave you the rope with which to hang yourselves. You didn't have to take it. None of you took Hogan.
I don't know.
Yet.
Yet.
I mean, yeah.
I think that was pointed directly. That comment was pointed directly at Connor.
I know for a fact.
Most likely to take Hogan.
Why would I take Hogan?
I know for a fact if Mr. America Hulk Hogan was in this, he would definitely be on Suge's team first draft night. 100%. He would love to continue drafting white dudes in lucha masks as many times as he could. And now they all wear masks, so figure that out. I don't know who should be more upset about that. Here we go. Bell is wrong, and El Grande Americano and Cody Rhodes are meeting in the middle. And it's El Grande who gets the quick advantage, rolls up Cody. Suge goes, that is kind of racist in the chat. El Grande. Suge, am I right? Would you have drafted Mr. America if given the opportunity? Hulk Hogan, Mr. America? I feel like you would have been all over that. He says no. Okay, fair enough. Misread that one. I could totally have seen that text coming from Suge. I want Mr. America, and I got to be like, he's not in the game. We have had a few text exchanges like that. I want this guy. Like, he's not in the game, dude. That used to be the El Grande Americano. Before the first draft night, he said he wanted him. I said, I can't help you there. But it all came together. He just had to be patient. Now, it's maybe not the cooler version of El Grande Americano that he wanted, but it's what we got today. And by the way, he is in firm control of this match so far. Oh, this would be their first title win of the season, El Diablo de Patas. I mean, that would just be madness.
Second.
I don't think they've won a title. Oh, no, Dilly had the People's Championship technically with... Or no, he won the Twitch title with El Diablo de Patas. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's easy to forget since he didn't have their colors on and, was at odds with the faction the old time. And then got dropped while holding the title.
He got dropped while being the champion.
And look.
Also, big Galaxy brain move there, too.
That's a great way to put it. I just think Suge's playing a different game that none of you know the rules to, and he's going to win that game. He may not win this game, but he's going to win that game. And I won't count him out yet. He's in a title match right now.
He's going to win that game by default because no one else is playing it.
Little Suge ball. Oh, what a nice, beautiful crossbody off the top. And now it's Matt who's throwing in a kendo stick for Cody. But Matt, this is not the sword fight anymore. Got to play by the rules. Cody with a bit of a comeback clothesline. And to the leg sweep. He's feeling it. He's fired up. Let me tell you, El Grande Americano cannot let Cody hit that crossroads, I think, even one time. He has to be quick on his feet, ready to counter. Oh, and he just busted him open in the corner. One of those crossroads, with Cody as juiced up as he currently is, I think it's over immediately. And he's going to try to go for one, I think. Cody cutter out of the corner. He might go for the cover there. He does. Is that enough? That would be a quick one. It's a quick one, in fact.
Wow.
Holy smokes. That was brief.
Wow. Apparently we had to get a commercial break. Like, holy shit. Like.
Cody Rhodes. Suge says rigged. The league is always rigged, but it doesn't go your way. I've noticed that. Just in general, for everybody involved. When it's going your way, it's perfect. When it's not, it's a conspiracy. It's rigged. But Cody Rhodes is still the Twitch champion tonight in short order. Like we said, it wasn't impossible for our Americano to pull it off tonight, but it was going to be difficult. And it was really difficult because Cody didn't even get to the crossroads. He finished it up off the Cody cutter. The WCW faithful in Toronto, not super pleased about it, it seems. Gave it a 2-star average rating. They were hoping.
I'm gonna take this as a good sign because maybe Cody and El Grande Americano decided to make it a quick match so they don't hurt each other, so they're ready for War Game.
Could be. I never even got to that. It's a very interesting point. Cody and Americano are on the same team in War Games tonight. And so could be wise not to get too involved, tired out, possibly hurt, as you said. That would be terrible for the main event where they have to put their differences aside. And maybe it's best Cody retains here, because I think feelings would be a lot more hurt and fragile had he lost the title to a guy he has to rely on in tonight's main event. Cody retains, first successful defense, a big win for the Real Wrestlers, who, by the way, no one needs a reminder of this, but have definitely a monopoly on the title picture right now. Cody with that one. Roman with 3 belts right now. Unprecedented. Something I think may never happen again. They have a bounty of titles at their expense here, and Cody Rhodes gets to keep that one heading into December for WCW. So congratulations.
We love gold.
To the American Nightmare. A quick and easy defense. The next challenger, whoever they may be, will not want to see that happen. What have we got next? By the way, 2% of the vote was for El Grande Americano. I don't think I've ever seen it that disproportionate before. I've seen it like 0% for somebody before, but seeing 2% is distinctly low for me. Okay, here we go. Here's another quick, we're kind of rounding out our undercard here before we really get into championship territory. Next up, Randy Orton versus The Undertaker. It's another Cowboys versus Sirens exhibition here. And it's worth noting, of course, the Cowboys and the Sirens will be on the same team as well in War Games later tonight. Connor, how do you reconcile that? Has there been any concern about being opponents and then allies later tonight? Are you experiencing any hardship on that side of War Games as Featured Matt and Shug may be?
No. Nick and Chris have been great collaborators. It was pretty easy coming to terms with who our team should be. It was very quick, very easy. No complaints on this side.
Wow, couldn't have a more opposite experience there. Especially considering the Cowboys and the Sirens are now competing against each other for the second time tonight. And this is a big match for Randy Orton, I'll add, because we haven't really seen much of him since Halloween Riot. He got a shot at Nacho there, men's world championship match. Didn't go his way. And it's tough when you come in the second draft because just not a lot of history there to work with when it comes to figuring out, where you are in the league, what's your proximity to a title. So you kind of have to make these knee-jerk, quick decisions. And so Orton was the clear standout versus Undertaker, and Ricardo Radis at the time gave him that opportunity, but he lost it. And so it's like, when you don't have a lot of history and you lose a title match, unfortunately, it'll probably be a while before you get your way back there. But I'll tell you this, a win over the Undertaker tonight would do wonders to get him back in the title contention.
He is the legend killer.
Very
Which
true.
didn't say he beat the Undertaker before, so I mean he's well experienced in that.
I think they've collectively beaten each other probably 1 billion times.
Well, I mean in WCW.
And WCW, that's true. In the triple threat, that was his debut triple threat, he did defeat Undertaker and Ricardo Radis simultaneously. Undertaker, on the flip side, at Halloween Riot, defeated Ricardo Radis. So now it's like, we're just we're completing the series here. Now it's Randy Orton and Undertaker solo match. And the poll is up. Prediction poll is up. Randy Orton and Undertaker. Get yourself some extra channel points, and maybe you can challenge for the People's Championship next month. Undertaker, who looks so good in this purple coat.
Taylor, you did make note of my other free one, right?
Sorry?
You did make note of my other free one for People's Champ?
Yes, I did. Don't worry. I see everything.
Okay. I was just asking because I know that we had.
I remember because you lost the People's Championship match and then redeemed another one for the following stream, and then Shug restarted the match and then you won the People's Championship. Yep. So that redemption never really got taken advantage of. So it is true, pretty much by default, when and if Roman loses the People's Championship, you'll be able to quickly challenge for it again, which is really the nature of that title. Whenever someone loses, they go, okay, I'll just compete for it again next week.
Although, if he defends it again tonight, does the Radis rule apply?
I love this. We're all starting to learn about the Radis rule. It's true. 2 consecutive defenses means you would have an automatic rematch at the title when it's lost. Becky Lynch enjoying the Radis rule tonight That's why she gets that immediate rematch with KaylaMarieTea. Ditto for Nacho Libre and Roman Reigns tonight. Nacho also a subject of the Raddest rule. So you were correct. 2 consecutive defenses means that when and if you lose the title, you get an automatic rematch. We gotta have the rubber match. We gotta decide, was it a fluke or is this new person really the real champion? I know Feature thinks it was a fluke for Becky.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once again, I know it was, voted on by the people, but we all know in America that elections are rigged. So,
right.
Once again, Pixie had no business being in that match.
I gotta put a disclaimer on YouTube.
Becky the belt.
Gotta put a disclaimer about how we don't have any official election knowledge of any sort. Get the whole channel deleted. Hey, Pixie was there because the people love her. They want to see more of her. They believe in her quest to the belt. It didn't work out, sadly, at Birthday Bash in that fatal 4-way. Kayla was the one who rose to the occasion at Birthday Bash, and I think not only had a much-needed win, but became the damn women's champion in getting it. Wow, what the heck? A reverse Boston Crab? That was nuts.
What the?
What an opening. They are just firing off, wasting no time. Sometimes, 2 guys get in there and they really kind of work their way up the mountain, right? Don't do too much too quickly, but they're wasting no time here. Oh, and look, Nick sees that. He's distracted in Randy Orton at ringside. And once we've seen this match, folks, we have so much more coming up. Like I mentioned, that women's last woman standing match for the title. We've got the return of the Metarract. We have a fatal 4-way circus death match for the People's Championship. The first ever circus death match in this league, or any, dare I say. We've got the men's world championship match, and of course, Fantasy Faction, War Games. There is just so much more to be excited about. Randy Orton rolls up the Undertaker, kicks out. Little rope break. Can't wait to see Waddy the Work Rate Walrus later today. How's everybody feeling about our new mascot? We love him so much.
Love him. Love him so much.
Absolutely love.
We love him.
No.
Everybody can't get enough of Waddy.
So,
All the kids,
Shill, so hey.
all the WCW faithful lined up outside of the stadium today here in Toronto to take pictures with Waddy. And he is a major success and hit. We are so fortunate, and I just knew it was going to be such a smart decision to rebrand and let Waddy represent this company first and foremost. And it was so upsetting when he was brutally attacked by the sword. That's really what we did it for. That's really what we did it for at the start. We did it for Waddy, and vengeance was ours for the Work Rate Walrus. Undertaker going to town on the Viper. Big match for both of these guys. Big match for both of these factions. I know the Cowboys feel like they probably got to get their win back after that sword fight didn't go their way.
This is a must-win, honestly, for the Cowboys.
Must win for the Cowboys. And I touched on it earlier, but I'll mention it again. The Undertaker is the subject of that Sirens promo booth, so he is jacked up, about as good as he's ever going to be. Cody Rhodes enjoyed the same benefit earlier tonight, made quick work of his challenger. Will the same be true here? As Orton puts him in now a traditional Boston Crab. He's really crabbing out in there. I didn't know he liked that move so much. Very good. Here we go. Meeting up in the middle again. A must win for Randy Orton. Because I know, too, that the Righteous Cowboys got to be ready to branch out into some other divisions. You've maintained the tag division for so long, but you must be hankering to get out there and compete elsewhere.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's time to get some more belts.
We'll see what happens here. Last ride! Yeah. Randy kicks out of the last ride. That was close. That was real close. Wow, huge leg drop off the second turnbuckle, and that is a big leg coming down on you, brother. What's he calling for? He's got him. This is it's got to be especially upsetting for the Seaman Demon because he calls that the Flying 69 driver. But Undertaker calls it a tombstone, and he's going to pin Randy Orton middle of the ring, but he kicks out at 2. Orton's still in this, but he's got to be reeling. Now, it'll be Mr. X, I believe, who represents the Cowboys in tonight's War Games match. And I got to say, I think that's a real smart choice.
Yeah.
I do too, actually.
And we'll see him tonight, too. Tag Team Championship match. X and Michaels versus Regular and Warrior. Oh, I thought Orton was going for the RKO there. He's going to... Oh, classic vintage. Vintage Orton. What's he thinking? He's a little dazed out there. Oh. And playing another classic, playing the hits with that Randy Orton DDT off the ropes as if he's going to get it. Nails it on Undertaker. Connor celebrating at ringside. He loves to see it. He's clapping. He's so happy. And Orton's calling for it. The 3 most dangerous letters. No, Undertaker's reversed it. Oh, I thought he countered it into a tombstone. That was going to be sick. Not quite. But he might have one here. I think he does, unless Orton can get out of it. No, hits a second. Tombstone pile driver. And that does indeed have to be it, I'm sure. And it is. The Undertaker. Victorious over Randy Orton tonight. And another win for the Sirens. Not a sentence I get to say a lot. 8% of the vote went to Undertaker. People are really starting to doubt the pink, purple, and blue, but it's time to start changing minds. Big dubs.
Tough to see.
Tough to see. You want them to do better, but you don't want it to be at your expense.
Yeah. Love you too, Nick. Okay.
Nick hit him with the Ric Flair. I'm sorry, I love you. It's tough. That's tough, but that was a great showing by The Undertaker, who really showed up as the World Championship competitor for the Sirens. He also had a huge loss at Birthday Bash and that triple threat Hell in a Cell, so it was time to get that momentum back. And a great way to start was against Randy Orton here tonight. Tough break again for the Cowboys, but don't forget they've got a big tag team match coming up later tonight, as well as War Games itself. It is not over for the Red and Black and Watcw here. What do we have next? Let's see. There it is. You'd think that it would load faster because I'm not even using a custom arena or anything. I'm using in-game assets, but it's never taken this long before. It's real good.
It's scary.
And it's going to keep getting better because it's time for our Women's World Championship match tonight. Get this poll going. Here
So
we
I know
go.
Becky got a boost. Is Kayla boosted in this or no?
Becky got a boost. Chris's went ultimately towards Nacho Libre. I'm sure it was a hard call to make, but it does make a lot of sense. Title match, War Games, that's a guy you want at his best. Here we go, Featured. How we feeling?
Featured winning the belt back.
We are pissed. We are coming out there, and we're going to get this win. We're taking the belt back.
It's actually honestly kind of weird to see Becky without it as she comes out here. She looks so much smaller. I mean, is that not do it? I would think that would be affecting her so much psychologically to be the challenger for the first time since WatCon.
No, she has been pure focus and rage. Just I've never seen her like this. She is getting that belt back.
Well, she's going to have a hell of a way to get that aggression out because this is no normal match, folks. This is a last woman standing match, the first of the season and maybe the first we've ever done, period. This was because at Birthday Bash, the most popular match stipulation was last woman standing, but that is not a stipulation that works under Fatal 4-Way rules. So we had to check down to Extreme Rules for the night, but we wanted to make sure we gave you what you asked for. And so tonight, we have a one-on-one contest, and this will be the last women's standing match that you demanded with your votes. We're making it all happen for you in Watcw, and here comes Kayla to the ring for the first time this season as Women's World Champion for the Heritage Heartbreakers.
I get it, but you think Chris would go for the match that he'd get more points for winning for the boost?
We all have our strategies, and he chose his. Will it pay off, or will he regret it by the end of this one as Kayla goes to make her first title defense? And I know the way in which she won this one has been called into question, but this is the second title she has won in her illustrious career here in Watcw.
Put their mic down.
Got a little echo out there, brother.
Had to have been Connor.
Echo? I still hear it out there, echo?
Yeah, somebody set their headset down. Probably Connor.
Echo? Okay, I don't hear it now.
Yeah.
My bad. That was probably me.
So here we go. Last woman standing. No disqualifications in this match. No falls, no pins or submissions. You have to beat your opponent so badly that they cannot make it to their feet before a count of 10. No disqualifications. All weapons are legal. This could get ugly. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, no one has defeated Becky Lynch one-on-one this season yet. If Kayla wins tonight, oh my God, Gesundheit.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
Oh, that was you blowing your nose?
Oh my God. I want to politely request a mic mute next time you need to blow your nose. And I'm so sorry you're sick, but that is absurd.
It sounds like a door in a haunted mansion creaking. Like, what the hell?
It truly sounds to me like Ebenezer Scrooge, like using his hanky, like a big, thick hanky.
It sounds like a tortoise having sex.
Here we go. Speaking of tortoises having sex, give it up for Mr. EliMac with the raid. How you doing? That was just a transition I had. I was gonna say that about something, and then he raided, so I was like, all right, he's gonna be the subject of that transition. Welcome in, Eli. So great to see you, Eli, who was recently traded from the Heritage Heartbreakers to the Cenobites.
He's not happy about that. He is not happy about that. I talked to him earlier in the stream.
Definitely very confused about that, is my understanding. And I mean, you are now the captain of Mr. EliMac. You're on the call. I don't know if you want to give him any guidance, reassurance about this new era in his career of WotCW.
Look, you are now set free to win the Twitch division on your own. Prove the competitor you are. It's a new day, new team, a championship team.
True. I mean, it's not bad company to find yourself in. Cenobites have pretty much led the season for most of it. Not in this moment, but they have enjoyed a lead for the vast majority of it. So it's not like you've been traded to the D leagues, you know what I mean? So, but I do think he felt a little blindsided.
Yeah, you're not on the Celestial Siren.
He said he traded me so he could form a tag team. A tag team?
I could see how that'd be personally upsetting, but you know, I was as happy as anybody to hear of this blockbuster deal that Chris and Feature had come up with to bring in my opinion, is the greatest tag team of all time in WotCW, the Todds Direct, which has been woefully split up in a way that I think really has defined much of the season. I mean, this is a different league altogether without them in the tag division at the start, so it'll be fascinating to see what it'll look like with them back together, if they still got it. And by the way, I said greatest team of all time. That could be challenged pretty soon by Mr. X and Shawn Michaels, who have just been incredible. Todds Direct defined by the fact that no one's ever beat him, but that's so far been proving true for Mr. X and Shawn Michaels. I would love to see perhaps Todds Direct versus that team at some point this season. That would be something special.
That'd be great. That'd be great to see.
And now
Eli's in
the Twitch division, as Featured said. He's gonna go. He's a solo act now. He has the opportunity to go out there. Maybe he could be the one to defeat Cody Rhodes eventually and take that title off of him. Big attempt at a shoulder block there by Becky. Back before we go, I see that sledgehammer in the ring. Kayla's going to pick it up. I mean, the amount of punishment. Ooh, to that midsection of Becky, who, yes, again, has enjoyed that big promo boost. This is Becky Prime, and I'm not talking about the low-grade bottle logo in the middle of the ring. She is at her absolute best here tonight, which means Kayla's going to have to fight all the more harder. It's not enough to just, whoa, wait a minute, manhandle slam! Kayla was in control, took a minute to compose herself, and paid for it. Becky's going to go to the other corner, and she's going to start emoting. She thinks she's won this already, and at this rate she may have. We're at a 6 count already. Can Kayla get up? I don't know if she can. We're at the 9.
I don't know.
And it's over!
Wow.
Unbelievable!
Wasted.
What did I tell you?
Wow.
What did I say? Never has she been like this before.
That was
Becky
crazy.
Wanted her belt back. She said, thanks for holding on to it for the week.
Karma's about to hit Chris
Welcome back.
hard.
That was brutal. That was scary. I won't even pretend to be surprised that Becky pulled it off tonight, but to have done it in such quick, almost easy fashion. I mean, Kayla was in firm control of that. Took a moment to, I don't know what, and in that split second, Becky pounced, hit the manhandle slam, and then just put her down for a 3 count, put her down for a 10 count. We have another unfortunate 2-star average match. Toronto's never going to want us back after this, at the rate these 2 championship matches are going. I mean, that was so much quicker and shorter than I think a traditional match would have been between the two of them. That was tough.
Look at Eli in the chat.
Honestly, it went way too long. It was our game plan was much shorter, so we give it up to Kayla for really giving it her all out there. But once again, the belt is where it belongs.
And that poll was pretty split amongst the two of them, but those who voted for Becky Lynch will be enjoying some channel points here tonight. Now the 2-time Women's World Champion, and still has the distinction of not having lost a single one-on-one match this season. Fatal 4-Ways, we've learned. That's her kryptonite. People's Championship, Birthday Bash, that's where things get a little crowded and a little difficult. But you put Becky one-on-one, I don't know if there's a woman in this league that can beat her. Demonstrably, not yet. I don't even... Who's left? Who's next? I don't even know.
Rhea can't even get.
We had to go get that other woman from that other league to bring in competitors. Like, that's where we're at now.
What do we got, Eli, here? The greatest tag team of all time, who cares? Chris made a big deal going out of his way, wanting me on his team. Out of his way, I'm going to make the Heritage Heartbreakers regret this. The Cenobites is the best faction, better than the Heritage Heartbreakers. And in this moment, nobody can argue with that. You are 100% correct. I've never seen an angry Eli. I've seen a determined Eli in this league. I've seen underdog Eli, but angry Eli could be something different. And it sounds like, as reluctant as he was, he is now a proud member of the Cenobites. And who knows what that could mean for this league.
I will say this. The one person outside of Pixie that I think can challenge Becky for this title, if they can make it there, and that's the key. If they can make it there, is Elite Rhea Ripley. Now, she just picked up a win, but like when you look at overalls, Elite Rhea Ripley is the highest rated woman competitor in the division. She just hasn't been able to get wins for shit.
You're not wrong, but she's suffering the Siren's curse. And Charlotte Flair just beat her. Charlotte's getting close. Ava Shinigami not had a lot of free agent championship challengers this league, but Ava Shinigami has got 3 consecutive wins under her belt, one of which was over Elite Rhea Ripley in an ambulance match. The other was also over Charlotte Flair at Halloween Riot. I mean, that's also a former women's champion. It's got to be Ava's turn soon. And, you almost hate to see a free agent take a shot away from a faction member, but when you're that good and you win that much, you just kind of become undeniable after a certain point.
Eli's about to go off in the chat again, because here's who we got traded for.
That's true. Now it's time for a moment I've been waiting for all season, because at the start, let's let everybody start coming to the ring. We could give the tail of the tape here, and if you've been paying attention to following along in Season 2, it's a story you're well familiar with now. But let me help you as the Longtrons The wrong Trons, not the long Trons the long way. The wrong Trons play for Sands of Papyrus Classic, and you can see they are flanked by the great Waddy the Walrus. That's something we really wanted to try out is, free agents no longer having to fend for themselves, facing these faction members with managers at ringside. It's time for Waddy to help out and make sure everything's a fair fight. We were thinking about Waddy be a special referee pretty soon.
What's with the Band-Aid on his head?
Well, he got beat up by the Sword backstage at Birthday Bash. That wasn't even a week ago. He got blindsided and beat up by 2 members of the Sword, and he's so strong and brave. He came back here to Toronto. He should be resting in a hospital bed, but he's so strong, and here he is. So we're so happy to have Waddy here, bringing up the 6 of Sands of Papyrus from Undertale. Now for Dilly and Meta, we've been talking about the chaos of Suge Knight 323 this season. It kicked off at draft night number 1 when he drafted DillyTodds to the Twitch division, splitting up the Toddserect. The team all had assumed would naturally be forerunners of the tag division this season. Also, wrong Titantrons. Interesting. Great. Everybody's got them. It threw everything into chaos. Dilly was at odds with Suge and his faction. Meta was out there in the winds trying to find his home. Went to the Promised Mascot Agency for a bit. Summoned the Hag for her power. And was ultimately possessed by her. A curse that could only be broken by Dilly himself at Halloween Riot. But now, by way of an incredible trade deal, what I think is the greatest tag team in WCW history has finally been brought back together tonight. DillyTodds, Metarract. Behold, the Toddserect has returned with the Heritage Heartbreakers. Chris bringing them up back there. Not only are they back together, they have supreme management with Chris. This is a team that I worked closely with back in Season 1. And, just one I'm real invested and care so much about. Former World Tag Team Championships, titles they never lost. I'll remind you, they just retired those in the finale of Season 1. They never lost them. Former Waffle House Championship Wrestling Tag Champions.
Formerly the greatest tag team ever.
Everybody wants to challenge that.
I think some respect needs to be put on HBX.
I feel like if
respect
they win this match,
needs to be put on HBX's name.
I feel like if they win this match, they deserve an automatic title shot. Because they never lost the titles, as you said.
It's significant. Look, I was ready for these guys to be in the opening tournament. I thought maybe I'd give them a bye, right? Like, maybe the semifinals would just face them in the finals. Like, I had all sorts of different ideas with the Toddserect that were spoiled when Suge took Dilly at draft night 1. There it is, classic vintage Toddserect. So, as tempting as it was to throw them immediately into the title picture, I figured that wasn't fair. We're going to see if they've still got what it takes against Sands and Papyrus tonight. This team debuted at Birthday Bash. They enjoyed a great win over Low and Alone. And, what an upset it would be in their second match to get a win over the Toddserect tonight. Looks like Dilly's going to start us off. Waddy the Walrus at ringside there. A quick double team flapjack against the former Twitch champion DillyTodds there. Last we saw him, I gotta get that poll up, don't I? Last we saw him, he did lose the Twitch championship at Birthday Bash, which made it a very convenient and perfect time to return to the team's division tonight. Let's see, we got Sands and Papyrus, and it just feels so good to type this in. The Toddserect. Wow. I honestly hate to say this, I'd given up hope that we'd ever see these guys together. After second draft night, where Meta got picked up by Featured, and then Dilly got dropped and then picked up by Chris, I thought there's just no way it's ever going to work out that these guys get to be on the same team. But I was wrong. I didn't realize that we had such diplomats in the Fantasy Faction War this season. You guys really made it happen. You brought that shit together.
I mean, we went through a lot of trade negotiations. But after everything's said and done, we both knew from listening to our wrestlers that we had to reunite them after Metarract was freed from the curse of the hag, he was begging to reunite.
She was banished.
With DillyTodds, and so we did everything we could to make that happen.
And we did just see our very first tag of the season from Dilly to Meta, which would also be a great title for romantic comedy. And Meta's in there, who continues to move a lot differently ever since having been a thrall of the hag. She is banished, and her hold over him is broken. But I've been seeing him use moves. Oh, look, he's getting distracted by Waddy the Walrus. Waddy's making sure it's a good, clean fight. And Papyrus is going to take advantage of that to get the drop on Meta. I was surprised too, by the way. I just really commend you for that deal, because I could totally understand if you wanted to move mountains to get the Toddserect on the Cenobites, but you even did it in reverse just for the love of the game, as far as I could tell. And MrEliMac.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're all here to compete. We all want to do everything we can to win. But at the end of the day, you know, if we can make these superstars' dreams come true, then we should do the right thing and help make that happen.
Well said. Beautifully said. And it is also worth mentioning, you did get MrEliMac and a special advantage card, the identity of which does not need to be shared publicly, and I won't, but you did get one of Chris's advantage cards in the trade as well. So as diplomatic as it was, let's not pretend like you didn't get out with a pretty good trade there.
Like I said, trade negotiations were intense, weeks long, and we finally were able to find a solution that everyone was happy with.
And it's that kind of teamwork that I love to see. You know, it fills me with so much pride and joy for this league. Oh my God, Sans just punched Meta off the corner to the outside. And now it's Chris who's going to start talking shit to Sans, getting distracted here. Meta was soaking in the cheers there from this Toronto crowd. I think they're just so excited and in disbelief to see these guys back. They have not competed in a WotCW match since Really Mania 2. What a double team off the top with the shoulder block. That was where they did defend their tag championships against Chris and Nick of the Kids at Heart. And now Chris is, in fact, their captain. What an interesting twist of events here. It was once said that Chris and Nick, the Kids at Heart, were perhaps the greatest tag team in WotCW history. They may still insist they are. Though I don't know, Chris might change his tune these days, having the black and pink Toddserect in his employ. And I got to say, Meta does look incredible in the black and pink. We've seen a lot of Meta makeovers this season in his many different walks in life, but I think this is the best one. This suits him the most. Another double team, this time going for the assisted. Oh, last ride! Wow! Meta's going to go for the cover. I don't think Papyrus could break it up, and that might be it. No, Sans gets the shoulder up. How did he kick out of a double power bomb? That was unbelievable. And I am seeing a lot of double team maneuvers from these guys. I don't really think they have missed a beat, having been out of competition together for so long. Wow, what a spinning kick to Sans, the little skeleton. Matt left the party. His PlayStation app may be screwing up. This might be the part where the PlayStation app screws up. We'll see if he can make it back. Another double power bomb to Sans again. Dilly's going to go for the cover.
Good Lord.
I don't think Papyrus can break it up. That's certainly
that's gotta be it. That's certainly it.
And it is simple as that. A valiant effort from Sans and Papyrus, who are rookies in this league, but nothing to be done when you're facing these guys. Metarract, though. Holy shit, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm slapping my arm. They are back. They haven't missed a step. And they are ready to take the tag division back. The titles they never lost in the first place. The Toddserect has returned. Behold, Dilly's calling for a big kiss. I do think it is possible for me to make you guys kiss if you want me to investigate that. I think that is.
Now make him kiss.
I think there's
a fanfic you're writing, or what are you doing over there?
I think there's a Dirty Dom Liv Morgan winning animation where they would, or at least they'll like rub their noses like an Eskimo kiss, they call it.
I love that.
I think that should be everybody's celebration.
Every single team has to do that.
Yes.
That would be a great part of our rebrand.
The Eskimo kisses really does feel like the Todd's vibe.
We can investigate that. I could test that out later tonight. I think that'd be a great part of our rebrand. To be nicer and more friendly.
Yeah.
Just have everybody embrace, hug, and kiss at the end of their matches.
They're just roommates.
I wish we could have people kiss even if they're opponents. Like in Ring of Honor, they're always about shaking hands and stuff. But like, what if at the end of the match you have to kiss to show it's not that deep?
I think that we should investigate, see if we can make that happen.
Yeah, I think we should have at least a kissing division. All right, I think next up we have another championship match. Congratulations to Todd's Rack, by the way, which none of you fuckers voted for. That would have been the easiest layup prediction poll of all time. I hope you're not sleeping out there, not forgetting to vote and get your points in. Challenge for the People's Championship, because I do think that the People's Championship match is up next. But once again, congratulations to the Todd's Rack. We're so grateful to have them back. And it does feel, I've said it before, like gradually balance has been restored to this league through the chaos of Season 2. It's so great to see them back. It's got to be a matter of time before they compete for those titles. I'm not saying I'm going to fast track them there. It's been a long season. I think they have to earn it, but I think they will earn it. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Let's see. This next match, let's make sure I'm correct. I am correct, but wait a minute. What was supposed to be a fatal four-way suddenly looks like a triple threat, because I've heard by way of a Captain Sabotage card, Becky Lynch was sadly injured in her Women's World Championship match, and she will recover, but she's been rushed to a local medical facility and has been removed from one match. Becky is not in the Circus Deathmatch featured.
Wow. Do I get to know? Do I get to know who? Do I get to know who?
One guess.
Was it Matt Thomas?
Bingo!
Yeah.
You nailed it. Matt played a sabotage card to injure one wrestler and remove them for a match for one stream. And he did do it against Becky Lynch, who, in spite of winning back her women's championship match, I heard she had like a bone spur or something, and they had to rush her to the local medical facility, so she'll have to sit out this match.
Now I do have kind of a behind the scenes question. Do I get my challenge back or no?
You don't need it back.
Look, if Matt's going to be splitting hairs, I'm going to do it, okay?
It's not necessarily in the fine print of that. I would pause on it more if it was like a regular championship match, but I'm pretty sure you will very easily be able to redeem a People's Championship challenge for every single remaining stream and have tens of thousands of points left over, if my memory is correctly. So I just wouldn't really worry about it. And it is unfortunate because this is a Circus Death match because Featured made it one with a captain's card. And by the way, DillyTodds rocking some gnarly clown paint to participate in this one. You gotta really love and appreciate how quickly they got that on him. He just made it backstage. Our cosmetic team here is second to none. Well, there it is. FeaturedFilms redeems challenge for the People's Championship. So while the Cenobites will sit this one out, it sounds like whoever comes out champ tonight, they got next. But Becky Lynch will not be People's Champion this time. Instead of a fatal four-way, it is a triple threat.
No, this is even better. This is even better because I know what Matt alluded to this a long time ago, and I didn't even catch it in our little chat. He was trying to get me to use my boost on Stone Cold Steve Austin. I get it.
Well, and I just see something very interesting in the chat because I don't know if I've ever seen it before. The Seaman Demon also wants to challenge for the People's Championship next time. Keep in mind, by the way, the next Turmoil will be booked by the winner of War Games, so y'all will be able to book a People's Championship match, but you will now definitely have to include a Cenobite and a Righteous Cowboy in it. All right, here we go. I get my prediction poll going, and here is, to everyone's detriment, a 2-belted Roman Reigns. That People's Championship's going wild on his shoulder right now. The Tribal Chief. Let me tell you something that really, I think, hammered home the season this guy is having. The last 3 WotCW streams ended with Roman Reigns winning a championship. Turmoil was the People's Championship. Rilloween Riot was the Rilloween title. Then Turmoil was the People's Championship. And Birthday Bash was the Men's World Championship. Roman has 3 belts. He's not carrying them because this game didn't even conceive that was possible. There are no 3-belt animations. So he had to settle for 2. And you see the People's Championship, the most coveted title in virtual wrestling, in one hand. The Men's World Championship in the other. Here's another thing you won't see. The fact
never
that
set up a strategy, Matt.
Hold on. There's another thing you won't see here, which is another sabotage card that has been played on Roman Reigns to cut hit stats in half. Now at 100, you would think that means 50, but for some reason in this game it means 65. But also his People's Championship bonus gets him back up to 70. So it's not quite half like you would have thought, but it is extremely reduced when compared to DillyTodds and Eddie Guerrero. Who played that card is a great question. I'm not at liberty to say. It was slid under my door this morning, and it was signed anonymously. But our team inspected the card. Our team inspected the card today. They verified it was valid, and it would go into effect. Now, let me tell you how disastrous. Oh my god, DillyTodds has a huge lollipop. I forgot this was a circus death match. He just fucking smacked Eddie Guerrero with it. Oh, shit. You're about to see what a circus death match truly looks like. The sabotage was played anonymously, but let me tell you how strategic and brilliant that is. Roman's in this match. He's got a Men's World Championship match, and he's in War Games, and that stat modifier is going to be active in all 3 of those matches. Roman is at the top. He's a triple champion. But folks, it is lonely at the top, and when you get a lead like Roman and the Real Wrestlers currently have, it's only a matter of time before everybody starts gunning for you. And somebody saw fit to put the hit out on Roman Reigns tonight. We'll see whether it's effective. We'll see how smart it really was. But Roman has a huge uphill battle tonight at War Games.
Wow. You know, I really have to commend Shug for just going all in on that.
No comment. Don't know anything about that. And no, Matt, you can play it anonymously. You can play it anonymously if you choose. You just got to tell me that. We've had several anonymous card plays throughout the season. It'll be up to you to figure out who it was, because I don't know. It was played anonymously. Slipped under my door this morning. Eddie Guerrero, by the way, I think this is the first time No, DillyTodds technically counts. I was going to say, I think it's the first time El Diablo de Patas has competed in a People's Championship match. But I do believe Dilly did when he was wearing the black and green. Matt thinks he's figured it out. We'll see. We'll see.
Why would Nick have played it against you?
This is the danger of being conspiracy brained. Here's the thing. Maybe Matt was telling the truth the whole time. Maybe there is a conspiracy against him because Roman is feeling the effects of it. But I will remind you, this is a triple threat, and a lot of weird things can happen in a triple threat regardless of stat percentages and overalls. Now, I have not taken the liberty to explain what this match even is. It's a circus death match. I made it up myself. It is a falls count anywhere, no disqualification match, but you can only win via submission, and all the weapons are circus-themed. You say, surely there's not enough weapons in this to have a circus-themed match. Yes, there are. You can see a big mallet right there. You can see a giant lollipop in the ring. There most certainly is enough weapons to have a completely circus-themed match. But as you can see, no countouts, no DQs. The first to get one of his competitors to quit will emerge as the People's Champion. I just really want to run it back and appreciate how fucking nuts this match was. I originally made it as a Fatal 4-Way. Featured said make it a circus death match. Matt said take Becky out of the match. And then an anonymous saboteur said greatly reduce Roman's stats. This is maybe the most fantasy faction war match of the season so far. And I'm so fired up to see so many people get involved because this is the game right here. And it's the People's Championship, which is already pure madness. And we know next time this title gets defended, Connor's going to have someone in there. Featured's going to have someone in there. I don't know if either of you want to confirm who that'll be just yet, or if you got to think about it still.
No,
I got to think about it.
Everybody's a little cautious now. Everybody's a little cautious now that things are starting to really get heated at Watcw. I mean, it was only a matter of time before it got like this, in my opinion. I thought people were playing considerably pretty nice throughout the season. Not a lot of sabotages and advantages getting played. Superman punch to Dilly! Like I said, this is don't just assume by default Roman should lose this. First of all, the Tribal Chief has accomplished extraordinary things all season long. He's made history. 2-time men's world champion, 2-time People's Champion, the only man to defend that belt. Halloween Rumble winner. Wow, pile driver! From Dilly to Eddie Guerrero, who kips right back up. And is now going to get locked into sharpshooter. Remember, this is a submissions match. You have to make someone tap out to win. And if Eddie taps out here, Dilly's going to be the new champion. I don't know where Roman is. Roman wasn't worried about it. Roman wandered off. He's got a juggling pin. And he whacks Dilly over the head with it. Somebody found a ladder, which is, in my opinion, not a circus weapon. But, it was under there, so I can't tell him don't use it. I didn't put a ladder under there. That's off-brand. Wow, he is going to town with the lollipop! That is such a big lollipop. You can never finish it. And now Dilly's...
The fact that it's completely anonymous makes me think it was Suge, because I don't see why Chris would want to keep it anonymous. I feel like he would want it announced. But,
far from me to say, I'm just here to play it as people ask. Sometimes these cards get played and I go, I get it. Sometimes they don't. Dilly doesn't know what to do. He's got a juggling pin. Eddie's on the ladder. Roman's laid out. He doesn't know where to go. Wow, shit! DillyTodds, oh no. That was crazy. He just jumped straight onto the ladder. Nobody home. And now Eddie, I think, got the Texas Cloverleaf locked in. Is Dilly going to tap her? Can Roman get over there and bust that up? He does get there. I think Dilly fought out in time as well. It's been a pretty even fight. I mean, for Roman, wow, spear from Roman, he's won so many with that move. But like I said, it's got to be submissions, and Roman has a great one. That guillotine has won him a ton of matches. He just has to take it upon himself to use it here today, and everyone's too tempted by the circus weapons. He gets a big lollipop, and he's going back out. It's Eddie with the lollipop.
What is that? He gets a big lollipop.
Everybody's too tempted to use that lollipop.
Eddie took the lollipop. All right.
Eddie's going now. He's got the STF locked in. That could be it if Roman doesn't break it up. And I don't know what Roman's doing. He's just standing there watching him. Maybe not. Roman. Oh, my God. I don't know what Roman's doing.
What is Roman doing?
Took too many blows to the head with the lollipop. He was just watching. It's not elimination. First submission wins. So you do not want to let anybody succeed here. Eddie hung up on the ladder. And I was so surprised that the Shug get in this one. He's been such a stealthy player. He's not been one to cut promos, not been one to participate in this division. But I'm excited to see him get involved. I'm excited to see the Righteous Cowboys get involved the next time. And imagine if Eddie also could be, they get involved and Eddie wins it today. That would be huge for the green and black. Oh, I thought he was going 3 amigos. He went brainbuster on the mat. Dilly's fired up. He's already had such a great night. Could he finally become People's Champion? Did I put a poll on this? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Eddie with the juggling pin. He's going to town on Dilly. This has been all over the place. I really do think anybody could win. Roman, I think, has to really worry about that main event match. But for tonight, he has a big clown shoe in his hand, and he could do a lot of damage with it.
Clown shoe.
You thought surely you had seen all of the circus-themed weapons in this game, but you were wrong. There is the clown shoe. I can think of at least one more that has not been taken out yet. We'll see if they find it.
Incredible.
It's crazy because I was just thinking, there's surely more weapons, and then, yep, there's the clown shoe.
Big old clown shoe. Hard to take a shoe that big. Yeah, Matt is wondering if it was Sugar Chris. This is the danger of being Tinfoil Thomas. It's actually coming true, you know? It's like, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not after you. Matt has been afraid that the game was rigged, that there was collusion against him, and now today it may be true. He can't figure out who has sabotaged him as DillyTodds locks in the sharpshooter on Eddie. Is Roman going to break it up? He doesn't break it up. Eddie fights out of it.
I will say that, you know, having been at the top for so long, you are the number one target. Everyone is gunning for you.
Whoa, Spirit of Dilly in the ring.
I don't think Matt was ready for it.
You would know as well as anybody. And wait, Roman has got the submission locked in on Dilly in the middle of the ring after a spear. If Dilly taps, Roman will retain tonight. Can you believe? He might do it. No, he has to let him out. Dilly doesn't submit. Oh, and Eddie low blows Roman. And he hits him in the cojones. Oh, man, Roman is stunned. He needs a moment. He's going to take a siesta outside. Well, Eddie's going up top. He might be looking for that frog splash. No, elbow drop to the small of Dilly's back, but it has to be submission. You have to get somebody to quit in a circus death match.
I'd like to see somebody get that mallet into play.
Well, your wish is Roman Reigns' command. He's got it. Oh, but Eddie grabs him before he can use it. Dilly's rolled out of the ring. It's now Eddie and Roman in there. There's a mallet, juggling pin, clown shoe. Anything could happen. Seen a sword fight tonight? Anything could happen here.
It's very true.
This is Watcw, baby. Big clothesline to the corner for Eddie there. I'm telling you, Roman could win this. I will be concerned about his chances against Nacho one-on-one, but he could absolutely win this. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to lock in a guillotine. I mean, that is a submission finish. He won the Men's World Championship with that move. He won the Halloween Championship with that move. Now he's vibrating into the Speed Force over there. Holy shit. He could win this if he locks that in. I don't know what his hesitation is. Everybody is so stunned. This is a fucking death match. Matt's doing Steiner math in the chat. He knows who's played cards.
It would have been fun. It would have been fun, you know, for Becky to be in there and winning. But, you know, it's also great to just watch a bunch of doofuses in the middle of a ring with a bunch of clown weapons. Like this, you know?
Becky would have been deadly in this, as you had figured out. I mean, she is a submission specialist, a disarmer. Oh, Dilly's got the Boston Crab on Eddie.
Ready for it.
Roman kicks him out. Oh, Roman just punched the ref. He went for Dilly, and he just punched the ref. Jesus. Dilly's got him up.
Oh, my God.
What's he thinking? He's going to hang Roman up on the ropes. Somebody's got to go for the submission. I think we're so close to the ending of this match, but nobody is. Oh, another spear.
We don't have a ref to. Oh, okay, never mind.
She's up. She's all right. We build them different here. We give them lots of protein, and they're good.
They're good.
Dilly got speared out of his boots. He's out there again. Roman has been spearing motherfuckers all night, but that's not how you're going to win this one. I don't know why he's not hitting that guillotine. I do think he could have retained by now, in spite of the handicap against him. Meanwhile, Dilly, also a submission specialist. He's got that sharpshooter. He's won many a match that way. Eddie with the Texas Cloverleaf. All three of these guys have submission moves. They just got to find a chance to use them. Oh, Eddie with another brain buster. If you could pin somebody, this match would have been over 10 times already, but nobody is quite hitting that correct finishing move. Roman's got Eddie up. He's going to hang him up in the corner. Bop. Now, DillyTodds, by the way, has been in all but one of the People's Championship matches, and that was at Birthday Bash against Cody House because the redemptions weren't viable there. I'm sure if they were, he would have been in that match. Instead, it was Cody House. Didn't go his way against Roman. I'm not bitter at all. Eddie's got a juggling pin. Dilly's making his way around. And he got caught by Roman again, who, I just got to remind people, though he may be suffering from a handicap tonight, he is a triple belted champion. He is the OTC. He is so dangerous in that ring, no matter what the number on the board is. And it is all hands on deck to try to get those belts off him, I feel. You see a guy who's just so definitively at the top. You cannot waste time in knocking him down a peg. It is lonely at the top of the mountain. You can only go down from there. Oh! Eddie looked like he had a cloverleaf in mind, but Roman beat him up, got him out of it. Somebody's got to have the situational awareness to lock in a submission. What's Dilly going for? He's found it. I think the last circus weapon we have, which is a chair with a portrait of Damian Priest dressed as a clown painted on.
Oh my god.
The clown chair. Not as creative as the others, but he's got the clown chair. Oh no!
Dilly's busted open.
Eddie found another one. He's got a bike horn.
So funny.
Okay, I think that's all of them. Oh, here we go. Oh. Bump. You'll have to turn your volume up on the VOD when you play this back because it does go. It honks. That shit honks hard.
Oh, the little top flip, I love it.
Dilly with the single leg Boston Crab. Is Eddie gonna tap or is Roman gonna bust this up? I don't see Roman. Is Eddie gonna tap? He doesn't tap. Holy shit. I think it's so hard to get Eddie to tap out. These guys are beat. Look at their bodies. They are bruised, broken, bleeding, blemished. I mean, this is a death match, as you mentioned too. Dilly is busted open.
Roman still has to fight later.
Roman's got to defend his world championship against Nacho Libre, and he's going to be in the main event War Games match. That's what I was saying earlier. It was like, what a time to play a card like that against the guy who's triple booked.
Yeah, truly a great use of that card. I don't know who did it, but honestly, a great use.
Here we go,
Brilliant.
Sharpshooter on Eddie! On the clown chair!
Yeah.
Eddie taps out! Eddie taps out! DillyTodds has done it!
Here is your winner.
DillyTodds is the people's champion, finally! DillyTodds is the people's champion. Look at that blood
Incredible.
Through the clown paint. The first ever circus death match winner. Oh my, indeed. What a night to be DillyTodds. His team's back together, and finally, after so many tries, he is the people's champion. Finally. Unreal. Matt wastes no time at all to say he's using his banked point redemption. He has it, which means this will be really interesting because the winning team in the main event tonight gets to book Turmoil, but by default now, whatever that People's Championship match looks like, whatever stipulation they put on it, has to include this man, he's the champion, has to include a cowboy, has to include a Cenobite, has to include a real wrestler. That's going to be a fucking mess, as is typical when it comes to the most in-demand title in virtual wrestling today. But for now, for tonight, it is indeed DillyTodds. He's done it. Let me go ahead and hit that in the poll here. Good job, those who voted for Dilly. What a night for him. It's true, his power source has returned. The Todderact is back. No, you get to choose who. Calm down out there. You get to choose a wrestler. I just don't know who it is, so I said a real wrestler. It could be Roman again. It could be Pixie. It could be Shaquille O'Neal. I don't give a shit. Whoever you want. That is your right. He said Roman. All right, everybody else is playing it close to the chest. He said Roman. I said, who do you want to beat, Roman? And it is true, next time Roman competes for that title, he will not be suffering the statistical handicap that has been forced upon him anonymously tonight. But before we get there, again we say congratulations to the new People's Champion and the winner of the first ever Circus Deathmatch. Toronto loved that one.
People loved it. Yeah, the people loved it.
Toronto couldn't get enough of that one. That was incredible. I believe this will be very interesting. The next one will be very interesting to both of you.
I wish I could have been there.
Well, maybe we'll have another Circus Deathmatch one day. I'm well within my right to book one whenever I feel like it. The winning team of War Games could book a Circus Deathmatch next month if they choose, if they really liked it so much.
We just might have to.
Well, this one will be especially interesting to both of my co-commenters at this moment because it is time for our World Tag Team Championship match. Let me get this poll going.
You know, I'm truly surprised at this match.
That it's happening?
Yeah. I somehow looked over the card like 3 or 4 times before I realized, oh, those are my wrestlers in the tag championship.
Well, I'll give you a little backstory on how we got here, right? Because like I was saying earlier with Randy Orton, Undertaker, it's tough when you have some of these guys who come in on the second draft and they just have a little less runway to start making decisions with. So I'll be completely honest with you, it's so tragic for the Sirens because the next team I was going to put up for these titles was Triple H and Seth Rollins. They had earned that match. Instead, they were voted into that match at Birthday Bash. No complaints there, but it was in a tragic ladder match. And I think that was a team that totally could have won a regular tag team match like tonight. But the ladder stipulation really ruined it for them. And because they lost, now they're going back in the runnings. So then I had to look and see who else was there. Shaq and Rock had a shot at Real Wayne Riot. Rollins and Triple H got there. So I had to look at this team, and I had to look at, EliMac and John Cena and Eddie and Dom. And Eddie and Dom and this team are both 1-1, but the one that this team has is over Eddie and Dom. So I said, the math just says we got to try these guys out. And, they're a little green. Who knows if they're ready for the opportunity? But they get a chance to prove it and have a huge upset today as a team you didn't expect to see here against a team that nobody's been able to beat. We'll see how it goes. Connor, any thoughts?
HBX is, they've proven themselves. There's not much to say. They're going to show out tonight.
You don't have to say much. It's true. I mean, Righteous Cowboys haven't even had the same team all season, but they've had the tag titles since WatCon at the tournament final. First it was X and Xenomorph. Connor dropped Xenomorph at draft night too, which I was shocked by and I thought may have been the undoing of this team. I was really not sure about that decision, but to his credit, Shawn Michaels slots in. They're the new champs. And this, if they pull it off, I believe will be their second consecutive defense. I think if they pull it off tonight, this will be Mr. X's 4th successful defense of these titles tonight. Unbelievable effort. And keep in mind, again, Mr. X, former world champion. Mr. X is on the very short list of people who could maybe be a Grand Slam champion and watch CW someday. Very short list. I mean, I think he's so underrated.
Yeah, he really is.
He was probably one of my favorite pickups of the first draft night because I know firsthand what this guy's capable of, and he's even got the right attire on for the first time in months.
He's terrifying.
I made special attention. I tried really hard to make sure. I just deleted his other attire. I was like, I'm so tired of him having the wrong shit on. He's got it on now. He has no other choice, and he looks so much better for it with the 10-gallon hat on. Him and Shawn Michaels.
This is incredible. This is incredible.
Mr. X and Shawn Michaels. What a team, what a duo, and they represent the Righteous Cowboys, and seemingly unbeatable team. I mentioned the Metarract as the potential greatest of all time, and if there's anybody ready to challenge them for the title, it's these guys. They haven't lost. I mean, they may even have more title defenses than the Metarract if they pull it off tonight. I'd have to go back and do the math on that one, but it's got to be close. Look at these guys representing the Cowboys. The tag division has just been so key for your guys' success As I said before, you haven't seen a lot of headway in other championship divisions, which I don't mean to hold against you. It just really emphasizes what these guys have done for your faction.
Yeah, these are my shining stars, my beautiful boys.
Matt says, not his fault. People can't stand the success of one man, are so afraid of him they have to cut his stats just to beat him. Well, that is what happened earlier. He was beaten. We'll see if it happens again against Nacho. No matter what, we can guarantee this one will not end with Roman winning a championship, but it could end with Roman's team winning more games. We'll see. There's still many victory opportunities for him tonight. El Regular and Ultimate Warrior. And I'm sure I've asked you this before, Feature, but I have to again, just to know for sure, how'd you put this team together?
Well, it wasn't so much of like looking for synergy for the team itself. It was really looking for wrestlers I wanted to potentially be on my squad. I was looking through all the overalls, all the stats, seeing who was, good, who was still free and picked up by other people. And, some of them were already used wrestlers. I didn't want to retread. So right. I didn't go back that way. But I did know I also wanted to pick up a notorious Taylor Clique guy.
Oh, so true.
So I thought about it, and I was like, El Regular would fit great here on a tag team. So I picked him up. Then was thinking of his, what he would need to kind of help round him out, and I just kind of came up with Ultimate Warrior. So we're gonna see how they do.
I love that logic, and you're right. El Regular, big fan of this guy, the star of the 2K25 My Rise playthrough, available over at Wwe Gaming on YouTube. I thought this guy made such a big impact, was so impressive, so loving. We had to bring him into WCW. I knew he'd be a huge hit. I was pumped that he made it to a faction. Oh my God, he's getting beat up by Mr. X. He is getting mugged out there. Holy shit. Holy shit. That was not wrestling right there. That was just mean. He just beat him up.
Mr. X is terrifying.
Mr. X is not even the legal man. Now Shawn Michaels is taking it to Warrior.
Well, I do want to say that Mr. X took the time to switch hats, though.
Is El Regular about to get counted out? We're at 7. We're at 7.
Oh,
no. X put him back in. X said, no, you get back in there. I'm not done with you. That would have been crazy. These guys already had a very strategic win at Birthday Bash in the ladder match, if you remember. It was like exactly how you think you'd win a ladder match. They're like, hey, one of us climbs the ladder and the other guy doesn't stop anybody from beating me up. Or he stops everybody from beating me up. And it was as simple as that. It was the fastest ladder match I'd ever seen. And it speaks more to the tragedy of the Sirens than anything, that I think that was a perfectly winnable match for them.
This is just a bloodbath. This is bloodbath.
Mr. X is, like I said, he's so underrated. It might change soon here, especially if they win again. Tags in the Warrior. I'm going to take this opportunity, since you guys are both the commentary and this is your match here. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, and I am going to say goodnight to some children. I'll be back so quick.
Absolutely. Go piss, girl.
I truly didn't expect this match. I
no,
appreciate
this is very interesting.
Mr. X and
my
HBK.
God. Mr. X is just it's just a bloodbath.
Yeah, he just punched every single tooth out of
Superman
Warrior's head. Like, he just, like, it's insane. Mr. X is, I don't know, definitely underrated. Like,
yes,
no one's talking
absolutely.
about it. Like, I'm grateful he's not in the men's division, because he would rule that. Like, he is so dominant.
Yeah, he's definitely my favorite pickup that I've had so far.
Yeah,
he's just a force in the ring, really.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we all know, HBK on his own, great wrestler, but I was worried that once you broke up the synergy, it wasn't going to work. But, Mr. X is so dominant and powerful, he can work with anybody. Like, it doesn't matter who it is.
Exactly. I feel like HBK just complements him a little bit better than the Xenomorph did.
Yeah, I could definitely see it. Yeah, I'm hoping my guys, are out here. They put up their best effort. I want them to win. If not, I still want them coming away trying to learn as much as they can because they're still a young, tag duo. So they just kind of got to work out the.
It'll be a hell of a win if you guys can pull this off. It'll be a hell of a win.
It'd be a wild win.
Yeah.
But you like Taylor said earlier, you guys have the Raddus rule on your side. You would get your rematch immediately. So
that's very true. Very true.
Oh, HBK up on the top. Oh, little flying headbutt. Okay. Yeah, we've seen multiple times the wrestlers trying to stand up to Mr. X, and he's just so fearsome they can't do anything. So really, they have to target HBK. He's the only way they could possibly win.
Yeah. And that is a smart strategy, but we always find a way.
Oh, just through Ultimate
HBK,
Warrior?
yeah,
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, HBK on the outside. Ultimate Warrior runs up, grabs him. Oh.
HBK lays him out.
Yeah. They're just both out there. Don't get a count out, guys. Come on.
Yeah, we're at a 7 count now.
What's happening?
There we go. HBK is now back in the ring.
Oh, that
with
was a
Ultimate
long
Warrior.
count. Okay, that 7 to 8 was real long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimate Warrior.
I know Ultimate Warrior's got HBK. Oh, HBK kicks out at 1. He's got to tag Mr. X in. He's got to find a way to get over there.
Yeah, like I said, we're purely focused on trying to just take out HBK. He's the target. Mr. X is just too powerful, so we're just aiming for that. Oh, and of course I get an ad break. Shout out to some honey bear honey right now in my commercial.
Ultimate Warrior gets thrown into the ref. HBK kicks out at 1.
All right.
Still kicking out at 1.
How is it going?
Ultimate Warrior kicks out at 1. It's a good match.
Competitive back and forth?
Yes, very competitive.
As long as we're targeting HBK, it's pretty competitive. Once Mr.
HBK tags Mr. X in.
People bounce off of Mr. X.
Ultimate Warrior just going to town on Mr. X. Oh, there we go.
Matt says he's had it confirmed by multiple sources that Shug played the card. A heinous thing to do to your own teammate when we are trying to win a match tonight. Fucking disgusting. I can't confirm or deny whether that's true. You could go wherever the data and your research leads you. All I know is it was played, and I was powerless to do anything about it. And now here gets a massive double shoulder tackle to the Ultimate Warrior. Bam! Wow. HBK with a moonsault. That would be pretty dastardly, I will admit. If your own teammate played a move like that in a night where he'll be relying on your power to diminish it. But who could say? This is War Games, baby. What a press by the Ultimate Warrior.
Oof.
He tags out to regular. Is there any sense that we could see an upset win tonight with new tag champs?
It could. Anything's possible in War Games.
I know that's right. I think
we've seen a sword fight, a circus match. You know, we could see some upsets. It's possible.
Wow, what a
I'm not
450. 630? I don't even know how many degrees that was.
Good Lord.
That's a lot of rotations. He's going to go for the pin, I think. Is X going to get in there to break it up? I don't see him. Ooh! He did come in. Didn't get there in time, but Michaels did break out, which does mean, of course, Mr. X cannot get back in the ring unless a tag is made. This would be the chance to strike. Well, Michaels is vulnerable. Tags out to Warrior. Can you believe it? And I do think... I'm trying to think here. Yeah. These two have defended them twice, so per the Radis rule, they would be owed rematches at these titles if they lost them.
Now, I don't want to reveal any talks, but I will say Matt Thomas is pissed. I have many angry text messages right now.
I can't imagine. Group chat or solo chat?
Solo chat.
What the hell's going on?
Why is everyone
waited for a Warrior to get up?
Must be interesting to be on the other side of that conversation for you, Featured. Usually you're the subject of it.
I mean, it was almost me and Matt, but because I got kicked out of this my match earlier, the circus death match, but then the secondary card just kind of was so much of a show stealer.
Yeah. Well, look, I would say to that point, it's a dastardly sabotage, but Roman got to still compete in the match. I think you have just as much to be mad about as he does.
HBK just getting brutalized out here.
That's true. Chris has entered the chat and asked, have any cards been played with a big winky face? And the Ultimate Warrior just won! No way!
Just did what?
We're gonna
New champs!
No way!
Yeah, we'll go ahead and rematch that one.
Holy smokes!
No way!
I felt like there was an upset somewhere. The Odd Couple, El Regular, and Ultimate Warrior.
We'll definitely go ahead. Thank God for the Radis rule.
The Radis rule does indeed say they'll be owed a contractually obligated rematch. Now, I will say this about Radis rule rematches: I won't require the winning War Games team to utilize them at their turmoil, but if they don't, I will book those Radis rematches at the subsequent show in December. So they will happen regardless. So we will see Mr. X and Shawn Michaels challenge for those titles before much longer. But for now, an incredible upset as Ultimate Warrior and El Regular are the ones to defeat Mr. X and HBK, who had 100% of the vote, by the way. So no points for those.
I thought they were going to win.
On that note, that is going to be a night for me. It's been wonderful hanging out with everybody.
It was a great night. I look forward to our rematch.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Connor, for coming aboard. We will wait to see what happens in War Games tonight, but in the meantime, we appreciate your partnership and helping us call the action here tonight in Toronto. Thank you so much. Good night, Seaman Demon.
Okay.
There he goes.
And he's out.
Chris is in the chat. He's asking what he missed. I don't know if he's saying it so facetiously or if he's just not sure.
Chris, did you play the card? Can I ask Chris? Chris, did you play it? Is that what you?
You can ask people whatever you want. Chris did say any cards played, winky. And it has been, again, to recap, our Circus Death match earlier tonight was out of control, which was originally a Fatal 4-Way. Sure, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I was told that, Matt said he confirmed with multiple sources that it was Suge that did it.
Maybe the sources are wrong. Maybe the conspiracy is deeper than he anticipated. He might have been right all along. He may have been right the entire time. Chris, a lot of winks from Chris in the chat, which as far as I know, I have not seen any Chris, advantages or sabotages to the best of my knowledge. We haven't said anything about that. The Circus Death match was crazy. It was supposed to be a fatal 4-way. Matt played first Featured played a sabotage card to make it a Circus Death match. Then Matt played a sabotage card to take Becky out of the match. And then somebody played a sabotage card to cut Roman's stats in half, which, by the way, just to be honest, he had a much better showing than I think anybody could have asked of him in that match. But it was DillyTodds who ultimately won the title.
That half meant like he was at like an 80 or whatever. Like
he was at maxed out 100, which again, cutting in half would make you think it made him 50 overall. No, it made him 65, and then the People's Championship boost brought him to 70. I'm not very good at math. I don't know if this game is either, but I'm just here to press the buttons and move the sliders around. Matt says one of the sources was Chris. I will remind you, though, who won that match just now. The triple threat. DillyTodds, a Heritage Heartbreaker. Something to think about. Though, the other guy in that match, Eddie Guerrero, El Diablo de Patas. Something to think of more. Or could it have been someone silently from the sidelines in the shadows?
I mean, it is two of Chris's, people getting, matches against Matt and benefiting from that card. So, if it was Chris, what an expert play of a card.
Right.
You guarantee you a significant edge in 2 title matches and in War Games.
And we're going to see the other side of that sabotage right now because it's time for Roman Reigns' second title defense tonight.
Can we hold on real quick before you do this? Can we talk about, because this title match, Nacho Libre versus Roman Reigns, the first time it was coming around, Roman came out as a goddamn sandwich. And now he comes out as half of a man.
It's a great point. Every time Roman has held the men's championship, his very first defense has been sabotage. Matt said it was, Matt said perhaps people are so afraid of the OTC they need to sneak around on him. And maybe it's true. He's not ever had to honestly defend this title without any disadvantage against him. And that's true for tonight as well. And you're getting to see the Real Weed Championship now because he no longer has the People's Championship. So we're still getting a double belted entrance. The second belt has just changed. And it's so great to see that Real Weed Championship again. But he could be Roman one belt by the time this is over. It is absolutely possible. I mentioned it earlier. I think this match is going to be a lot harder for him to win than the triple threat. He is sabotaged. Nacho is, there's no distraction here. It's him and Nacho. No one else is coming in to make it messy like that Circus Death match. There's no juggling pins, lollipops, nothing to kind of, take the tension off of Roman. And Nacho, as I mentioned earlier, is the subject of Chris's stat boost. So Roman is absolutely at a disadvantage here tonight against the face, the ace, the GOAT of Watcw, the man who will make history tonight as the first ever to become a 4-time world champion if he wins tonight. Nacho Libre of the Heritage Heartbreakers, who so bravely put the mask back on for Birthday Bash. She said, "Finally, I am the champion that you deserve. I am my best." And it would have been easy after Birthday Bash to go back into the darkness, to doubt oneself. But instead, he's showing up here bravely to compete in this match and in War Games later tonight. Matt's convinced he will lose. He's not even holding on to hope here. But as I mentioned, I've seen Roman Reigns do incredible things this season. Again, the first 2-time champ of the season for the men's world title. 2-time People's Champ, triple belted, Halloween Rumble winner. I know that was him at his best, but let's see what he can do when the deck is stacked against him. And right now he has full control of this match. Dumps Nacho to the outside. Roman's got to be upset having already lost one of his titles, having been sabotaged. I know he's been hearing all about it backstage from his captain. And he could shock the world tonight. Very rare that a Roman win would shock the world, but he could do it tonight. Some of these cards used against me, and I look what I got. I could only say, how is this balance? Look, I got to tell you, Matt, you used a card that took someone out of the match full stop today. I'd say that was a pretty tough card. And you were happy to do it.
I have zero chance in that I played an advantage card on. Come on.
Yeah. Didn't enjoy the spoils of the points you put on the board. Couldn't win the title back. And it's on to the next one. This is Fantasy Faction War. This is War Games. This is the game we're playing. And now Nacho escapes from that reverse chinlock from Roman Reigns. Nacho out of the corner. Big missile drop kick to the current men's world champion. I hear you, Matt. I knew Matt was going to have a lot of complaints coming out of this one. I know what Matt's talking about. As you know, though, if we had used that card to its full effect, it would have only delayed the inevitable. It would not have prevented Becky Lynch from getting her Radis Rule rematch. So I appreciate you working with me. Unfortunately, the card that's been used against Roman does not have that kind of distinction in it. He will have to compete tonight with that stat disadvantage. And he rolls out to the ring.
Okay, I was wondering how that worked out with the title. Okay. So he tried to do the Radis Rule and stop it.
Well, what I'll say is, so I'll put all my cards, no pun intended, on the table here for all to see. The card as I originally wrote it was take a wrestler out of one stream. When I wrote it, I hadn't really anticipated that wrestlers would get double booked. So while I meant one match, I wrote one stream. So I told him, if we take Becky out of her title match tonight, I'm still going to give it to her. It's just not going to happen tonight. So I said, do you mind if we just keep that match, since it's going to happen anyway? And so the People's Championship match went second. She was taken out. She didn't get to compete. She didn't get to win. And you didn't get those points. Nacho hits a giant Golden Eagle headbutt to Roman. Goes for the pin. That might be enough. I wouldn't say normally, but it might be tonight. And it is as simple as that. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns re-enters the title hunt to the top of the mountain and quickly brought down by forces beyond his control. While Nacho Libre is in fact the history-making 4-time men's world champion for the Heritage Heartbreakers. And it's telling me shit about The Undertaker. I don't know why he was not out here. Next match. Well, hindsight's 2020, my friend. We could say a lot about what we would have done, could have done, should have done. But we can only now live with what we do, because it's time for the War Games main event. Let me get this final prediction poll up. Nacho Libre won that one. No one voted. We might be done with prediction polls, but I got one more for you if you'd like to try, because this is a big one. Who will win? Let's see. I got a character limit. How do I word this? I'll just say Chris, Connor, Nick, featured, Matt, Shug. Cast your votes now. War Games main event. 4-time. Let me remind you, you've seen a War Games match once already tonight. You'll see another one now, but this one, potentially higher stakes than even the first, which, mind you, is for the destiny of our entire league as we fought off mass invaders. This is our Fantasy Faction War Games match. Each faction has been paired together in teams of 3. Heritage Heartbreakers, Righteous Cowboys, and Celestial Sirens versus Real Wrestlers, Cenobites, and El Diablo de Patas. Fuck, it's doing it again. It's putting them out in the wrong order. I got nothing to do with this, okay? I just want to clarify. There's no advantage of sabotage here. They on the 2K25 sabotage, because Undertaker definitely, if I remember correctly, is supposed to be LS. He's coming out first. So, I'm sorry. I tried my best. It worked every time I simulated it. But it's doing what it wants. So, I hate that it's happening here. We'll see if it matters ultimately. So, I think that means everybody's order is going to go in reverse. Undertaker emerges a second time tonight, having enjoyed a victory over Randy Orton earlier today. He now joins the Super Team alongside Nacho Libre, John Cena, and Mr. X to take on the combined forces of Stone Cold Steve Austin, Roman Reigns, El Grande Americano, and Cody Rhodes. See what order their team goes in. And Matt Thomas has rejoined the commentary, folks.
Honestly, I probably would have stayed, but my headset died, or is dying, so I had to put on the charger.
Oh, I thought it was Superstition.
No, Superstition was not watching.
We're done with... Well, I thought that's... Oh, you don't watch it all? I thought you just didn't do commentary, Superstition.
I don't watch or do commentary for the men's title match, but as soon as the sabotage card was played, that went out the window tonight because I knew I was losing regardless at that point for the men's championship.
It's a tough one. It was a quick one. It was a tough one. Okay, wait. El Grande Americano was supposed to come out first, right? For your guys's.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's so rude. What the fuck? So wait, why is one playing in the wrong order and one's playing in the right order? Oh my god, I fucking hate this game, dude.
but no, like
Jesus Christ.
Featured. Had I known that you, because we had talked about in the chat of here, because Roman had the People's Championship, I would cut a promo for Cody,
right?
Use it on Stone Cold, so we'd have 3 100s on our spot.
Promos for stuff. We never discussed promos.
Yes, we did.
No, we did not.
I will send you the screenshot.
I will say I was surprised to not see more promos carry through into War Games. Undertaker got the promo. Cody did. Featured, you went Becky, and Connor and Suge did not do promos. I was thinking it was going to be rallied, all hands on deck, promos. Chris's is for Nacho, who's also in this match.
So, Featured, what I didn't notice is in your first message you said you would be giving... I didn't notice in your first message that you said you were going to be giving Becky a boost. But if you see later on, I said, let's just let Suge have El Grande. We're going to have 3 100 overall guys with the boost. That should be the competitive.
Let him have him. So he was like, I want Grande. I won't budge on this.
We were trying to get him to use Eddie Guerrero, and he was fucking refusing.
I would, if I were
Eddie Guerrero,
I would have told him Charlotte. I think Charlotte's his highest ranked competitor. Should have been a no-brainer. No one went for any women during this. I was a little surprised not to see Becky potentially in this after the run she's been. I know she's not.
Charlotte is a 90.
I think 93. Yeah, 93.
Eddie Guerrero is a 90.
90. Yeah, I would have gone Charlotte.
For the fourth person, we were trying to decide if we were doing Cody or Becky, and we went Cody.
Because we knew that
totally solid pick. Totally solid, sensible pick. Okay, let's see who's going to get the advantage.
If I wasn't on vacation and in a rush and fully read his message, I would have seen Becky was going to be getting Featured's boost, and I would have been like, "Yo, I'm taking her out of that stream. Use it on for the competitive side of things. I would have taken her out completely." Pushed it off and essentially forced him to cut the promo for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It's the tough thing about War Games. It's collaborative, but it's combative. It's very hard to find a balance.
So for at the end of the day, had I not listened to your plea, it would have helped my team for War Games. That's what I was more focused on for this stream.
Oh, I see. Well, look, I'll give you all the credit in the world for working with me. If it means it's going to be a hell of a lot harder to work with me in the future, I get it. I want to also note that it looks like left side. Oh my God, Grande's about to get. I thought he was about to get slammed on that chair. Looks like left side has the advantage with John Cena coming in. It's a little 2-on-1 for the time being, which I'm not going to complain about because left side's also coming in the wrong order. And Chris has said if they lose, he's going tinfoil Tony on the next RE5 stream. We got enough tinfoil to go around, man. You've got Thanksgiving leftovers. Call me. We got so much leftover tinfoil on WatchCW. I really don't know. Okay, wait. So my team was coming in the wrong order last time too. It's only on the left side. Why is the left side messed up? I fucking hate this game, man. What the fuck? It worked perfect. I simulated this like 4 times just to make sure everything worked correctly, and it did. The order never got messed up in the regular mode.
That's Cody coming in next is correct.
So your guys' is right order. Left team is. Here's all I can think of is it must. So left team. God, that makes no sense. Why would left team go left to right and right team would also go left to right? That makes, because like the last person I put in is Undertaker, so he's all the way to the left of the screen, but he comes in first, and then your guys I put in the right order. El Grande Americano's all the way to the left side. He comes in first. That makes no sense. Why would anybody think that makes sense? Why would it be like that? That makes no sense. I just hate this game. Oh my God. I try so hard to make this work. You just never can get ahead of this game. You can try to simulate all day. You just never get ahead of the stuff this game pulls. People come out with the wrong outfits, wrong Titantrods.
I'm calling it right now. Roman's going to be the one to get pinned, and that's how we lose the game. So Roman fucking loses on show.
Well, Roman's going to be the last one to come in. Roman's going to be the last one to come in, and that's when the match is going to start, which is to your advantage because that gives him less time to get damage with the reduced stats. So I'm not saying it's a silver lining, but if anybody had to come in last, it is best that it's going to be him. If he came in first, if the game said, I'm not going to do what you want, I'll put him in first, that could have been real tough. Okay, next, here comes Mr. X, who they had wanted in at 2. He's coming in at 3. And that's a scary guy to join this match at any point in time. Looks like the right side has advantage in the right mat, oh my God, right ring. Grande and Cody, who were opponents just hours ago, now working side by side to fight John Cena and The Undertaker. Almost surreal to see some of these guys working on the same team for the first time all season. Keep in mind, Stone Cold and Roman Reigns are going to be on the same team for a moment, albeit perhaps briefly. The match will begin once Roman gets in. Who knows how much it will be left by then. Crossroads and Undertaker! And Mr. X has introduced kendo sticks, sledgehammers, tables, a stop sign, no lollipops, but still a bevy of weapons here. Cody taking it to X. This is all you can do. Until the bell rings, it's chaos, it's mayhem, it's violence. All you can try to do is hurt everyone on the other team as much as possible so that when the bell rings, you can find the quickest path to victory. I'll tell you, as somebody who's played a lot of this game, even from my experience, from the OFB, these matches are hard as fuck to win. It is so difficult to pin or submit somebody and not have one of their 3 opponents break it up. It is so difficult to do. I hear the glass shattering. Oh, hell. Yeah. Stone Cold. Former People's Champion. You got to think, by the way, it's only a matter of time before you see the Texas Rattlesnake get back into the championship scene as well. But today he's going to try to win War Games. Reminder, the winning team of this will book Tuesday Turmoil in December. They can book championship matches. They can do just about anything they want. As long as it's possible within the framework of the game, I'm pretty much going to allow it. This could set the tone for the season.
I'm making this known right now. If we somehow win the men's championship match, will be a triple threat: Stone Cold, Roman, and Nacho.
Well, everybody's got to agree on that. I don't hear any El Diablo de Patas in there.
Fuck whatever Shug wants. He fucking screwed us over.
No comment. I will just say, the same way that this game or this match had to be agreed on by all parties, the same will be true for Turmoil. That is the challenge of War Games.
Have to all agree?
Yes, you got to make this card together. It's up to you three to do it.
Oh no!
No, you just this is why I feel like the teams weren't fair, because you put the 2 top against in the bottom and the 3 middle.
The 2 top. Unfair. He's in the 2 top. Well, here's what I'll really say. I made the team too quick because my
the team too quick.
My big rule was I didn't want 1 and 2 on the same team, and when I made these teams, that was true. But then by the end of the stream that I announced teams at, Matt and Feature were number 1 and 2, and now Matt is number 1. So my logic was sound at the time. I would say the teams are a little uneven, but I would say it's in your favor in that regard. I mean, think about the other side of this. You guys have the leads that you have.
The guy who we are the 2 most
sounds like balance to me
members of this faction or of this game. I'd say it goes Featured and I, then Nick, then Chris, then Connor, and last was Sugar.
Well, look, if you think he played that card, I'd say he was pretty involved tonight. I'd say he was pretty involved tonight.
Promos and everything.
I would say that makes it ultimately pretty even. If you think he's so disengaged, I put him with the 2 teams who have been winning all season. It balances out okay for me.
No, because
holy shit! Austin through the table. Austin got put through the table.
Who cares about fucking screwing keep
okay, we have what? One more person. We have
Roman comes in. This match starts, and he's coming in 5 seconds. This match starts, and the winner will get to book Turmoil. And to your point, Matt, I really want to stress how significant this is because you guys are on the same team. I mean, this is almost certainly must win for the opposition. When you consider Nick, who's had such a hard time climbing up the rankings, when you consider Connor, who has not been able to make headway outside of the tag division, and even Chris, who's held world titles, who's currently number 3, their game is largely at stake in a world where you guys could book the next Turmoil. War Games has started. Cody X Crossroads on Nacho in the middle of the ring. He's not going for the cover. Oh my God, Grande's whooping asses with the hammer. First pinfall or submission wins. Roman's lost in the middle. He doesn't seem to know where to go.
Austin is taking a beating over on the right side, though.
It's hard to know where to pay attention.
Beat the shit out of Nacho, though, so we appreciate that.
Roman's to Undertaker there. Now X has Grande down. First pinfall or submission ends the match, but who has been beaten down well enough to make that happen, if anybody? X hangs Grande up in the corner. Nacho whips him with a stop sign. I see Roman gearing up with John Cena. He's calling for a... Oh, no! Roman was going to spear Cena, and Austin stopped him. Classic miscommunication between 2 season-long rivals over there. Now Undertaker's got Roman up. Tombstone, pile driver. Doesn't go for the cover. I see guys getting ready to win, not going for the cover. I don't know if they know something I don't, or if it's just... I mean, some of those guys have been there a long time. Roman's out. Cody's out. Undertaker's starting to take control of the right ring. He's hooking the leg on Austin. Has there been enough damage done? There has! Austin's pinned! Undertaker! They do it! They've done it! Heartbreakers! Cowboys! Sirens! Win! War Games!
All because somebody was too busy wanting to fuck over their teammate.
I don't know. Austin took the fall on that. I don't know.
I don't put this on Featured. This is totally on show.
You guys are buddies now. I love that.
Oh no. He's going to fuck me over in my match earlier. Matt's just trying to gloss that over because he's pissed at Shug.
Well,
fair, I was honest with you and said, had I paid attention and known that you were cutting for Becky, I wouldn't have kept it a secret, and I would have, just so you make sure you cut a promo for Austin. My focus was on winning War Games.
That would have been interesting. Well, look, I know it's never fun to lose a match, especially one as big as this, but if I can give you any little prize, neither of you have to work with Shug ever again. Chris got an ad. came back from it to see that it's true, it's damn true. The Cowboys, Sirens, and Heartbreakers are victorious in Fantasy Faction War Games. It was competitive, collaborative, contentious. Undertaker did pin Austin. That's got to go a long way, and it will be those three factions.
He beat Orton today.
And he beat Orton. He had a great night. Props to the stat boost. They will get to book Turmoil in December. This could be a huge turnaround for these teams. I thought Birthday Bash was going to be it. I thought that was going to be the reset, but all it did was make it harder for those who have been climbing. Now could be an opportunity for this game to truly change. Teams that were behind could catch up real quick. I think back to Deerfest, where I believe it was Heritage Heartbreakers went from the 5 spot to the 2 spot overnight.
Look. If Chris and Nick and Brain, sorry, it's late.
Connor.
If Chris, Nick, and Connor put Nick in any title matches, like, they're just doing it wrong. We saw him lose 4 like a week ago. Like, he should not be allowed to have any title matches for the foreseeable future.
To be fair, Undertaker won his match today against Randy Orton, who would be, out of those 3, Nacho's the champion. Randy Orton lost to Undertaker today, and then Undertaker's one who won War Games from him. Undertaker would deserve the match.
And I'll also mention, it was not Undertaker who lost technically at Birthday Bash. Nacho tapped to Roman's guillotine. Undertaker was just a bystander. So he hasn't had a perfect record in this league, but he has been on fire lately. I mean, you see him standing there front and center. He got the pin tonight. He won this match for his faction. That's not to take anything away from anybody, but Undertaker won this match today. When it perhaps mattered most, the Sirens did show up and get the job done.
I know what match is coming.
What do you think?
Bring it.
Gonna give him ideas?
Oh no! I'm fairly certain. Like, I'm trying to think, like, who they're coming for, and I'm ready for me versus every goddamn celestial siren there is.
That is,
he doesn't have to do that. That's putting you on the card.
That's true. Look. Hey, it's been a contentious season.
One opportunity to try to beat me.
A lot of trash has been talked, and now it could be time to come home to roost here.
Have you been scared? Oh, that's even worse.
I hear you. You're trying to bait him into getting booked right now.
Not at all.
Let's see. Chris got 7 for Dilly's title win, 3 for War Games. That puts him at 10, and then he got.
Cinnabite's won the damn tag titles.
Yeah.
You said what?
Cinnabite's won the damn tag titles. It was crazy.
I'm doing math with Chris right now, so hold on.
You could do math, but I cannot confirm or deny whether your math will be correct, and I probably won't do mine until tomorrow.
Title match is 5.
These numbers are not canon, FYI.
Look, if I was trying to get booked, I'd be like saying like, "Oh, come for whatever." Like, let's have championship matches. But I'm just saying, I think that I'm going to end up fighting every single.
It was a 3-way and a clown match, which adds 2 points.
I'll also mention, you guys will definitely be booked at Turmoil. If nothing else, in the People's Championship match, they will be forced by way of your redemptions to include both of you guys in that match. Connor, by default, also will get somebody in that match. And DillyTodds, by default, he's the champion. So if there's at least a fatal 4-way, Nick is free to put somebody from his team in there as well. That's going to be disgusting. It's going to be nasty.
I'm sure, Nick's already trying to line up Elite Rhea Ripley versus Becky, but, we already know how this is going to go. Becky will win, and yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? The question still is if anybody can beat Becky one-on-one, and she may find herself in another multi-person match at Turmoil. They could also, like I said earlier, they could choose to have the Righteous Cowboys rematch there. They don't have to, and if they don't, the Cowboys will still be due a rematch at the next stream. I'll leave it to them. I mean, if Connor's got a say in it, I got to imagine they'll probably run it there. But it's now in their hands. I'll be very curious to what they put together. I still hold the power to veto if necessary or overrule, but I don't anticipate using it. It's going to be in like really extreme circumstances. I can't even think of an example.
I have an extreme example.
Okay, I cannot be. I won't be beholden to my answer potentially since we're live, but go ahead.
Okay. Can they make a match and book a match for the Real-a-Ween title?
I'm going to say no on that because that distinctly can only be defended at Real-a-Ween Riot. It is a seasonal title. You win it, you get the points from it. After that, it just basically is in your trophy case. Next year, somebody could challenge for it. So I'm going to say that one's off the table. But
can they pre-book the match now?
Book Real-a-Ween Riot next year?
Yeah.
That would be crazy. I'm gonna say probably not, but I would appreciate the gusto in trying, but I'd say probably not. Got to win the Real-a-Ween Rumble these days to get that opportunity. Roman can defend it next year.
So we know Cody's in it regardless, and
Cody House.
So no, Cody Rhodes retained the Switch title. We had the rematch of the tag teams. So Featured now will still be in two championship matches.
They don't necessarily have to do the rematch for the tag.
They don't have to.
They don't have to, but it would make sense considering they already get to make the card.
And I did mostly throw it out with you guys in mind so that I could throw you a bone if you won. You didn't have to book that match, but yeah, I mean it would be
with them. It just makes sense,
right? They could do it. I guess I won't make them necessarily since I said I wouldn't make you guys, but we'll see. It's up to them. I got to figure out what the deadline is on when they got to turn that in. I haven't booked Turmoil yet. I'm going to probably give it a nice wide berth because I've had a lot of wrestling streams in my life. I wouldn't mind a little break. But next month will be a faction run. Inmates Running the Asylum episode of Tuesday Turmoil. And it will be our final pay-per-view of 2025. The Fight Before Christmas. And I got some bullshit cooked up for that. Just you wait. It's going to be so stupid. It's going to be awesome.
So they have control over Turmoil, and the pay-per-view is Fight Before Christmas. Got it.
Correct. Yep. So 2 streams next month.
Look, Chris Anthony Lopez, play the fucking People's Champ card with the Circus Death Match again. I'm ready to run it back. Run it for me. I'll beg live.
Yeah, y'all can book the People's Championship. Excuse me, not People's Champion. A Circus Death Match. My brain just went to the sky. Hold on. Oh, okay. All right, I got something. I got it.
Have Seth's card again. Woo.
Okay, sorry, got a message. Okay. Well, that's it, folks. War Games is over. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for those who competed. I've got some math to do in the morning.
Let's see the Fiend versus Cody Rhodes next stream.
It's been a monumental show. And it looks, according, if I'm understanding here, sorry, I keep getting this. I've received an encrypted file. An encrypted file to be released later to explain some of the actions we've seen tonight. Once again, sent by an anonymous source. I can't speak to that. There's a lot of strange entities in this league these days. But it sounds like we've got more news coming. Keep your eyes on WatchCW socials. I have to review this footage. I have to have my team go over it. I have to make sure it's not a virus. It looks very... it looks very untrustworthy. Folks, thank you so much for watching tonight. Thank you to Matt, Connor, and Feature for joining me on commentary. This was a status quo changing event as far as I can tell, and I'm very eager to see what Turmoil looks like on the horizon. Thank you for tuning in. I think this is going to be my last stream of the week. I'm going to be too busy for the holidays, so have a very happy Thanksgiving and a great weekend, and hopefully we'll see you next week. What'd you say, Feature? We need something?
Yeah, how did I win the tag championship? What the hell happened there?
Yeah.
I could feel something. I felt like it'd been a while since we had a match result that didn't make any sense. So I felt like that was probably going to be it. Upset wins. You never know.
Thank you, and I'm sorry.
You never know what'll happen in Watcw.
Hey,
Case in point.
Feature, it's redemption, right? Because you were the first team, the first faction they beat for the championship. You're the first faction to beat them for the championship.
You guys really hadn't had a lot of action in the teams division. For you to just pop up and win the titles is pretty nuts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is we've just been doing pretty awful for tags. That's why I switched my whole entire tag team.
Well,
because remember, you made it to the championship initially. Your original tag
No. The first one was X and Xenomorph versus I think it was Eddie and Brett. I think at WatCon. His first tag team was Mankind and Asuka, and I don't think they ever got very far.
No, we did not.
And then you switch it up to these two.
Right away.
You switch it up to these two, which have done okay, and then they won the titles.
They won their first match, lost the second in the tournament.
Well, suddenly, Regular and Warrior are the team to beat. We'll see who gets to challenge them at Turmoil, whether it will be the Righteous Cowboys. I could see it getting real messy. I mean, my assumption is, and I'm not saying anybody has to do this, but I think I've told most people, my assumption is I'm going to see a lot of triple threats and fatal four-ways at Turmoil next month. So buckle up. I think it's going to be a long-ass show.
Just everyone from every division in every match. Let's go.
I think that's the only way everybody will agree on it 3 ways, but we shall see. I'll get that card from them. Once I approve it, I will announce it publicly, and we'll be back off to the races. And WatCW. Folks, once again, WatCW faithful, thank you for tuning in the chat. Thank you for helping out on commentary. So great to have you on board. Nightmare Reverse, I'm sorry I didn't call it out earlier. First time chatter, and you followed a half hour ago. Thank you so much. I was so lost in War Games. I had no idea where I was. Thank you for the follow. We'll be back next week. Good night, and Godspeed.